The muzzle is up. Let go of the shame, remove all the pain, block it out like a troll on your timeline. The past is what made you who you are today. Embrace it, let it go like an exhale. Remove it, remove it, remove it. The muzzle is off.
Oh snap! Guess who's back in the building? Hey y'all,
I'm
what's
back
going on?
again.
Hey. Good to be back. Don't call it a comeback. I've been here
We've been for years.
What's up?
Yo, what's up? Welcome everybody to the Muzzle is Off podcast, where I am your host, Nakia Monet. Welcome back, y'all. It's been a while, you know. As the song said, it's been a long time. Sorry.
Left you.
Without a dope beat, the step two.
Hey.
Yeah, hey.
But guess what? But we here, and we got my awesome host with me tonight. We got friend, aka Jamal, Volley, author, entrepreneur, everything
I'm
that
back,
he
back
do.
again. Did y'all miss me? Yeah.
Yeah, brother. Most definitely, man.
I'm back again.
How could we not miss friend?
It's been a long time.
Okay.
Hi.
And then we got Dre. Let me find out Dre is in the car like his cousin.
Yeah.
Show is.
What is going on with look and look, and Jamel, wasn't he getting on you about being in the car? Now look at him.
I always tell people, you keep trying to pull me where you are, but you coming where I am.
What?
Welcome to the car, Dre.
That doesn't even make sense, but
Welcome to the car.
Starting off with it, the block is hot already.
All right. Look at Jamal. Jamal said
welcome to the car.
Dre
in the car. Okay, I ain't mad. Jamel.
Yo.
What's going on?
Yo, everything is good. Life is good. I'm good. Can't be no way otherwise. It's just always good, yo.
That's it. So listen, y'all, we're gonna kick this off just because, you know, it's a hot topic right about now. I have been seeing it go up and down my timeline a whole lot. There have been a lot of debates concerning homosexuality, whether, you know, we're being oversaturated, whether homosexuality is actually being sensationalized in the media, or is it the fact that homosexuality has now become normalized, where we are understanding that this is the normal part of life. This is who people are. This is not it should not be regulated to, oh, this is your sexual preference. No, this is who I am. right? And so now I said, you know what? We need to have a real open and honest conversation concerning homosexuality, because I find that we ain't been having honest conversations about it. We've been having real bubblegum. It's been cute, but it hasn't been honest. It hasn't been truthful, and it definitely hasn't been factful at all. It's been cute though. I'm gonna give everybody props for the cuteness, but I think sometimes we just need to get real and talk about some real stuff. And hey, Dr. OJ,
Period.
Dr. OJ said, "What's up, brothers?"
Was good,
Yeah,
Going
Doc.
yeah.
on.
Listen here, the folks is coming out and supporting because you know what, it's been a little minute since we've been going, and I appreciate everybody for allowing the time. I'm gonna tell y'all one thing for certain, two things for sure. Your health is very important, and sometimes you have to take a step back from everything and regroup and refocus your own self. And sometimes you can't do that while staying at it like this. You know what I'm saying? And when you're producing,
Absolutely.
like, yeah, and when you're producing content, one of the worst things you could be is a dry content producer. You know what I'm saying? When things become dry, things become stale, and people just arguing just to be arguing. You know what I'm saying? People offending just to be offending and stuff. I don't agree with that. I'm not with that. I believe in having balanced conversations across the board, and that's why we got all of my balance right here. Boom. All right.
Period.
So let me say this, because I'm gonna start this whole thing off with saying some of y'all are crazy and really thinking that homosexuality is a new phenomenon. Crazy.
Do their homework. Do your homework.
I mean, the truth of the matter is this goes back to all the way into the 1600s. Truth be told, right?
Mm, yes.
I mean, it even predates that if we really and truly
Sure
want to
does.
be if we really and truly want to be honest,
Yeah,
okay?
it's before that. You could take that back to Greece with
I mean,
Aristotle and Socrates, and
Yep.
yeah, it's way before that.
it's way before, but the problem is that now we're beginning to act like this is something new. And I think people need to understand this is not nothing new. Hey, Gail. And I think part of the issue is the fact that it's not new, it's been here, but it's been hidden for so long because we have not allowed anyone to be comfortable with who they are. Period. Whether you agree with it or not, we have not allowed anyone to be comfortable and to be able to express who they are. We have afforded everyone the right and the opportunity to express heterosexuality. We have afforded everyone the right and the opportunity to be straight, but we have not afforded everyone the right and the opportunity to be gay, homosexual, LGBTQIA plus. We just have not. So now what we're seeing is an influx of and we want to say this is being shoved down our throats. Well, it's been here. What is really being
Yeah.
shoved down your throat? We've just taken a veil off of something that has truly just been considered to be taboo and hidden, and it shouldn't have been. So I'm gonna preface it with that, and whoever want to rock. Y'all know let me say this: Nakia is an open forum, okay? And because I'm an open forum, I believe in having discussions and conversations. I do not believe in all this organized. I'm gonna ask you 15 questions and then you're gonna add. No, we're not doing that. We open. We have conversations here. This is conversational. Who wants to go?
Are we addressing the history of homosexuality, or
We could do.
are
We
we
could
just talking
start.
about?
We could start there with the history, but I think we're gonna bring it forward though.
Okay, cool. So the history is the history. It's been going on for years. I mean, years. We talking about centuries at this point because it's spoken upon forever. But like you said, no one ever has that truthful conversation. It has been suppressed, overlooked, and quite frankly, dismissed. But it's been in everyone's home, in everyone's family. It's in every career. You got high power people who are running the show, making major moves in our TV, in our music, and it's been around, but it has never been addressed. It quite frankly is, if you're from the hood or you're from an urban community, it is a bad thing. But somehow it's celebrated in the celebrity of it all, of Hollywood and television and music. they're okay to be gay, but in the hood, no. It's really, really wrong, and people have lost their lives for the mere fact that they were gay. Not even they were not boisterous, they were not loud, they just were gay. That was enough to get you killed. In certain cultures, you can't be gay, like Arabic and Islam, or they taking off your head. Indian, they taking off your head. So it's a thing that I think people are afraid to talk about it out of fear of losing their lives. It's just that deep. Just that deep. I manifested my life. So my life looked like a nice postcard, like, oh, he got it all made. But I manifested my life. Everything that I have now and anything, courage, wisdom I have now, I manifested this life. I'm fake rich. I manifested this life. But I know it's harder for people younger than me, and people before me paved the way. So I'm on someone else's shoulders. They made it easier for me. And that if you do your history merely off of New York City and Stonewall, you would not even question how long it's been around. It's been around in San Diego, San Francisco. It's celebrated, but we only could do it closed doors, after dark, underground. It was never mainstream. And things taking a turn mainstream, people saying it's too much. It's always been there. It's always been too much if that's the case. It's just that it's getting its just due and shine. Now some people go OD on it. I disagree with that because it's not a show, it's not a circus, it's people everyday real lives. And I'm quite offended by some of the behavior in media because of the celebrity of it all. Quite frankly, they've taken us 30, 40 years, 50 years back. We're looked upon as freaks. We are perverted. We are rapists. We are all these things but normal people. And the agenda back in the day in my era was to render respect and treat me the same as you would treat someone else. I do the same job. I'm a man. And I always say this about my second book. The moment I declared that I was gay, I felt I no longer had the right to call myself a man. It was something I couldn't even utter. I'm not a man anymore. But that was my society. That was mainstream. If you say you're gay, you are not a man anymore. And you fall victim to that if you allow it to grow and fester. But I wasn't the type. But I know it's others like myself, and they lost their life, couldn't get a job, didn't have a high school diploma, had to sell their body. It's always been around. And celebrities pick them up, pay for it. It's a whole like other life, other world when it comes to the queer community that people don't even speak about. Unless they are a celebrity and they have money. Then they'll say it so easily and so candidly. It's hard out here. Period. Where the hoes at?
Where they at though? You know what? One of the things, something that you just said, which was that at the end of the day, to be a man and be gay, you are no longer a man.
You couldn't say it.
So at that point, you're stripped of even your manhood because now you're no longer a man. You're considered
Correct.
a fairy. You're considered feminine. You're considered
A fag, a homo, a sissy. You are everything but a man. And to another man. He's hetero. It starts at home, Your dad be your first, some people, not everybody, your first bully. Your uncles. They will beat you up until you became more masculine and you fought back and they knocked the joy out of you.
But we saw that, right? We saw that with that video with the little boy. With the mother and the boyfriend.
And that means it still exists and it still is happening to everyday boys all around the world. They cannot be themselves. And the ones who try, because the hate is so real, their life is on the line. Or they lose it. It's very unfortunate and sad. Very sad.
In today's culture, in today's society now, we're seeing a lot more people be open. We're seeing a lot more people. I'm not gonna say flamboyant because it's not flamboyant, but it's being true to who they are. They're being real honest, with self. They're being honest with self. They're being transparent with self, and they're saying, "This is who I am." Is something wrong with that?
We didn't have the liberty, so thanks to people like myself, they do have the liberty now. Because I was not a no person, but it's nothing wrong with the way they express themselves. I think that if you are a celebrity, you have an obligation and a duty to whomever your demographic is, because 9 out of 10 they're younger, and they look at your life and say, you know what, this person has on lashes and makeup and yada yada yada. These shows are on there for me to see. I could go outside the next day, right here in the projects or the hood, and be that. And it's not the same. They gonna pay for that. And the people at home, they don't want to be role models. I mean, the people, celebrities, they don't want to be, but they have to consider that. Because it's someone getting whooped from seeing your video and then acting it out, skin off their back.
One
That's
of
what's
the
going
things,
on.
yeah, and it is what's going on today. And that's why I said, is it the fact that people are feeling that the homosexual culture is being shoved down our throats?
To a degree,
Is
I
that
agree.
a
Yes.
truth? So let's go there. Is it being shoved down our throats? Is that a true statement that it is being shoved down our throats?
I agree. Yes, I think so. Because back in the day, when I was younger and stuff like that, and I was out celebrating my life and what I enjoyed and having a great time, the goal and the objective was to not fit in with hetero life or whatever. We came from hetero parents. We have a lot of relatives, so that wasn't it. It was about being respected and somebody acknowledging our existence and our identity as people who are normal people, working
Mhm.
class people, and yet we still want to respect. We did not want to bring you in our world and make you comfortable. We cared less if you were comfortable. We know you hated it. We know you didn't like it. We didn't try to make you change your opinion. You can have your opinion, but you're going to respect me, especially if I'm doing the same job as you and I look like you.
So
I'm still you.
Jamal,
I just got a twist or flair to it.
I have a question.
Sure.
So would you consider and I'm genuinely asking for educational purposes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so if homosexuality is a lifestyle, right? Um,
No, ain't no lifestyle.
why
It's a way
why
of life.
right. So why feel the need to be accepted? I understand the respected part because at the end of the day, um, because my whole thing is people should not care what you do in the privacy of your home. That's just I don't care.
Touche.
I don't
Touche.
I don't care who you sleep. That's not my concern. My issue with part of the homosexual community is the hypocrisy. Um
Okay.
the hypocrisy I feel with the homosexual community is we don't want to be bullied, but we're bullies. We
That's what
want
it's
you
turned into.
right. So it's we want you to accept us, but if you don't accept us, we will cancel you. Whether we like it or not, America is a free country. I don't i don't expect everybody to like me because I'm a Christian. I don't expect everybody to like me because I'm a black man. Mm, the one thing I agree with you in the sense of you don't got to like me, but you will respect me. um what I don't like is when people have their opinions that homosexuals don't agree with, and we go to the, oh well, you don't like me because I'm gay, so you must be canceled. Like I just like that's the only thing. Like I hate that. Like why are you bullying me into accepting something that I really don't care for? And I'm not talking about me personally. It's just
Yeah.
it's just period.
It's common.
I watch the comments. It's like, yo, I watch certain homosexuals get off on being fierce, making fun of people, having snapbacks, gossiping and
Trolling.
doing whatever,
Trolling. Hmm.
right, trolling. But when it's done to them, all of a sudden, oh no, why would you're doing this to me because I'm gay? Nah, my nigga, I'm not doing it to you because you were nasty. I'm gonna respond back. So that's like really that's my only issue is the hypocrisy of you not wanting to be canceled, but you're so quick to cancel others because they disagree with. So
That's where we went wrong, I feel like, because me myself, I do everything with the notion that I'm a man. No one can tell me I'm not. I'm a man. I was born one, and I never wanted to be anything other but a man. So, and when it comes to privacy, I agree with you 100%. If we're going to treat everything like it's private when it is labeled private, like our private parts and our privacy, intimate moments. Even when you use the bathroom, that's considered private, correct? So therefore, you don't need to announce every move you make, every step you take. It's just the way you live your life. Some people have this authoritative attitude or opinion about life, like someone owes them something. I disagree with that because everything I got, I had to work for it. You know, I could go on the street right now, and these guys are hetero, and they may be into criminal activity, but I'm gonna get mine. I don't go out the street and they say, "Oh, that's that gay boy on the block." No, they know my name. They know I don't play
Right,
that. You're not gonna
right,
disrespect me,
right.
and that's that. I make major moves, money moves. So they don't look at me and say, "He's in it for the thrill." He's part time. He's playing. This is my life, and I live my life open and transparent. But I think we went wrong where if we could say that argument that you just gave, which is very valid, then we have to go with the Me Too movement because when everything sparked off, and Black Lives Matter too, all these things have a point and a reference. But if it's every little thing, every little tedious thing, we're gonna pull that
Right,
card. We're black.
right,
Every little
right.
tedious thing, I'm a woman. Every little tedious thing, I'm gay. We all four of us can honestly say that at some point in our life, if not now, currently, we all agree, I think currently, that we have strikes against us when we get up and we walk outside our door.
That's
You're
a
black,
fact.
you're
That's a
gay,
fact.
I'm Muslim. You know, it's all these things that could be a negative connotation to me, my character. As soon as I step outside, Kia, you're a woman. You are black. Well, not today, but yeah. Yeah. It's one of those things. It's just they ODing, and the moment they get an opportunity, they're gonna run with it. And that's the trolls,
Right.
that's the gossipers, that's the blog. They sensationalize on it, they capitalize on it because they want attention. Back in my day, gays were not like that. We loved having our community that this homosexuals did not care for. We made that was the rainbow. We loved the people that was there. Everybody was free. Everybody didn't look over their shoulder for danger. They necessarily look at, oh, I'm kissing a man, somebody about to get us and beat us both up. They was in a community or a courtyard full of their own, and everybody had jobs and was civil and decent. And then they left their partying and fun and went home and continued their life normally. We wanted normalcy. We did not want to be exiled.
So what
Now
happened?
they
What
come. Now
changed?
we in the picture. We are in the picture now, and they're saying, "No, you must acknowledge why I stand out. You must embrace why I stand out." Before it was like, "No, leave me and my standout alone. Do you? Don't worry about me." That was then. Now TV, courage, bollocks, all that stuff is now in the forefront. That you don't know if these people are being gay for the moment, being gay for the camera, being gay because it's the thing to do, get married, have kids, and turn into Bruce Jenner. No disrespect. However, that is what is put in front of us, and it's all a puppet master scheme. They sensationalize on, oh, this black guy, he wants to be a singer, whatever the hell that boy is. He wants that attention, but now he's going to do our dirty work. We want him to cause a ruckus, a frenzy amongst our own. We all got a gay uncle. We all got a gay cousin or a gay aunt. We all got that. So it ain't nothing new. It
Do
don't
I
impress
got a
none of us. It's just like that.
do I
Do
got a
you live your
do I
life?
got a gay uncle?
You
Let me
probably
see.
do.
Do I got a gay uncle?
Hell yeah,
You
you
probably
do. You
do.
got a lot of family you don't even know you got.
You know what? You right. You
Right.
right.
Is
You know
someone
what?
there?
Mel, we
I
got gay
think
family members.
yeah, we got some gay family members.
Oh
I
Yeah,
mean,
damn,
we
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 do.
going
can.
up the tree now.
Um, but you know, I think what happens what happened, the switch up came when the gay community became monetized.
Yeah,
Anything
when it
that
became a
these
business.
people can monetize, they change the purity of the movement so that they can actually cash in on the moment.
There's no sincerity.
Mm.
Absolutely, absolutely. They got them. They
So
got them strings. They pulling it, and you just got to shuck
yeah,
and jive. You don't get it,
yeah,
but you shucking and jiving.
yeah. And that's what happens, you know, and that's with any movement. That's with the LBGTQ, all the other letters community. That's how they did us as black
Yo,
people. That's
them
how
letters
they
be
did.
wearing me out, cuz.
Right now, they're right. But it's like the minute this society sees that they can make money and that they can cause a division within society so that whatever they are doing can go unnoticed, so they can continue to do their dirt behind the scenes, they'll constantly sensationalize any movement that'll be a distraction from what they are doing.
Yeah,
I just
it
want
is a
y'all to
distraction.
know LGBTQIA, we wouldn't need all those letters if we weren't so busy worried about classification.
And
But there's money in
compartmentalizing.
classification. There's money in classification. There's money in labels. If I can label it, I can make
Unfortunate.
money from it.
Well,
And for all of you right here on this platform, it is okay and safe to just, if you want to round it up, instead of saying all the letters, just say queer community, because we all queer. It's a safe bet.
Nah, because no,
You
no,
learn something.
see now, even with that, it's like I've spoken with some people that work in human resources and whatever, and some of them are even petrified not to hire gay people because it's not
Still
that I
there?
don't yeah, but it's not no. It's not that they're not hiring them because they're gay. They're not hiring them because they just don't have the qualifications. But
But they're
that's the
But
afraid of
then they're
being
gonna
card.
hit them with
refused.
affirmative action.
But that's the card that's pulled. Like, oh, you only don't want to hire me because I'm gay. No, I don't want to hire you because your resume sucks. Like, you don't meet the
It's
qualifications
that
of this
simple,
job.
but they make it
If
so
you
but
were
let me
deep.
straight,
say
It's just
this.
that simple.
But this is where that classification comes in at. If we did not need all those letters, and now you even have further classifications, what pronouns should you use when you address me? She, me, he, them, they,
yo,
their, it
yo,
is
here's
whatever
yeah,
you want to say, right?
Right.
right. When
Now,
my
what
yeah,
you're
that's
doing
dumb.
is you're further classifying yourself, right? But now we have an environment where we're now trying to be all inclusive, right? So now the environment says this goes for everybody, right? Because I can update if I wanted to. I don't, because I don't care. But if I wanted to, you see it on LinkedIn all the time. Pronouns are being
Mm-hmm.
updated. How do you identify? So
Job
now,
applications is doing it.
well, the reason they have to do it now because of everything that's going on in the society. And now you have people saying, I don't want to identify. I don't want to be classified as he. I don't want to be classified as she. I want to be a they. I want to be a them. And in my,
Ooh.
limited knowledge of grammar and all that good stuff, those were all plurals. So I'm going
I
to
was about to say,
assume,
you got 7 people living inside you if you were them.
but here's what I think it is. What I think it is that if you say a them, what you're saying is I am not one or the other. I am
You're
both. And
fluid.
at any given time, I will flow within them energies, right? Because now we're
Do you see
dealing
how
with,
dangerous that is?
You said right,
well,
right. How does
is
that
it
sound?
is it dangerous, or is this the
Absolutely.
norm?
No, it's
They
not
making
normal.
it the norm.
Right. It's right. Just because they make that don't if I'm sitting there and someone is playing with kids, and I'm talking about in a sexual way, pedophilia would never be the norm. I don't care how much
Period.
we try to normalize it. It's not the norm. I don't care
I think
who
it
you.
goes roots. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
You,
care who you are or what you do when you at home. You're gonna be Lisa
you,
or Bruce or whoever. That's what I'm gonna call you.
you know what though?
You know
This is
why
the
it's like
thing.
that
This is
these
the
days?
thing.
Oh, you know
If
why it's like that these days? Just it's simple because it's a man and a woman. But if someone devalue your manhood and tell you not, you now are trying to create your own narrative. You no longer want to try to fit in with the hetero because they denounced you, so you don't trust in them to represent you. They don't represent you. It was made known that y'all will never represent us. You guys would never accept us. You never did. And that's where the confusion started from. When I left my house and they told me I wasn't a man. And they tell a girl because she dressed aggressively that she's not a female because she's not performing what a female would do. Typically have a baby, the traditional sense. So when you got someone, it starts in your home. When you tell somebody that they are less than a man and less than a woman, they're gonna go find themselves. They're gonna go find themselves and they're gonna tell you how you want to talk to them and treat them and call them. This starts there. If we stop doing that and we keep it simple to a man and a woman, girl and a boy, no confusion within these minds. You gotta embrace your people, and that's the problem. Big problem. It's dangerous.
My whole thing is,
I think that it can be dangerous, but I think there is a benefit to anyone just being able to be free in who they are in their being. Some days I'm a Democrat, some days I'm a Republican, some days I feel Christian, some days I feel Muslim, some days
so you're
everything
black,
isn't
but
as
you're not
black.
Hispanics, right?
You
picture that, right?
No, I'm black. I'm black and Hispanic.
Yeah, he both.
I'm
The
black. I'm
scene.
both.
When we do, yeah, but picture this. I'm saying hypothetically, when we sit down and we actually had to fill out an application for anything, they're gonna say they want you to tell them, you're black? That's not a good enough. They wanted you to say Hispanic or non-Hispanic. These things these labels and stuff we just talking about, it's been around for years. It's not like it's new. The thing is that these people are taking their power back and not leaving it in the hands of other people. They're gonna tell you how you're gonna treat them and how you're gonna address them, because there were no options for us with our own father, mother, uncle, grandmother. Everybody left us dry. They created their own narrative and they found family and refuge in the community that embraced them however they came. Like the church has come as you are, right? However you come in to get the word, right?
No,
not all of them.
No, it is not.
But that doesn't happen, right? Especially for gay people, that does not happen. And that's if we take religion out of it and still go into the home. They could not be who they just wanted to be because they said so. That was beat out of them until they got old enough to run away prematurely.
And let's just be real, because there were actual camps that were created in order to cleanse a homosexual man, woman from being homosexual. We've heard it spoken about a lot. And these camps, these treatment, the shock treatment, these centers, some of them were in other countries or whatever the case may be. But here's my point. Here's what I'm trying to say. Personally, friend, I don't necessarily agree with you. I don't believe that it is dangerous. What I do believe is that the flip side of what you said, which is the fact that we have socially created constructs to say this is unacceptable, then we have morally and spiritually placed constructs around people to say this is how you should live, right? And then we have then we have demonized, right, the homosexual act as just an act of perversion. And then we have said that because this is who you are, all you are is a perverted being living on the earth, right? Whom has been taken over by a perverted demon. And if we can get this perverted demon out of you, therefore you're going to be free from homosexualness. My word, not an actual word. Okay. I said it. It is what it is. So then you will then find confused. Shut up. So then you will then find true happiness, true peace once that homosexual demon is cast out of you. And then and only then will you find the woman in which and whom you are to be fruitful and multiply with. We have, let me say this, we have literally created a spiritual, natural conundrum of homosexuality. And then now
this is so much.
What we're saying is this is not normal.
But
So then we have a whole media system that is now saying, well, we want to normalize it, but now we're sensationalizing it. So then we have
Absolutely.
but
celebrity oversaturating it because they're trying to normalize it with oversaturation. We got a lot of stuff going.
It is. It's like a circus. It's really like a circus.
There's an understanding that yes, they are trying to normalize certain things, but I don't think this is about normalization, because if you're trying to normalize something, you know that overkill makes it abnormal.
I agree.
So
Absolutely.
it's not.
Not everybody
It's
know
not.
that though, cuz that's a good point. But not
Let me finish my
everybody know that.
statement. Let me finish my statement.
Okay, complete statements.
Okay, that's real snap.
Anytime you over, for something to be normal, there has to be a balance.
Right.
Period.
And when
Right.
anything is out of balance, it
Right.
becomes abnormal.
Right.
So
Right.
this, to me, this is not about normalcy. And the truth of the matter is, the homosexual fight should never be for normalcy. It should be, if this isn't something that's normal to you, this is something that's natural to you. Normal and natural are two different things.
I agree.
Normalizing something means that you have programmed something and adapted to a certain thing. Homosexuals, just like heterosexuals, didn't have to, from my understanding, from what I've been taught, they did not have to normalize to be homosexual. They were born that way. It's a natural thing. So we have to be, we have to understand that, you know, when you talking about something being normal, that means that there is someone who's able to gauge psychologically and control psychologically the paths of a certain people.
I mean, they've been trying.
It's twisted.
And here we are.
It's so twisted. No one has that power. I
Well,
want to correct some. I said that
media has the
dangerous.
power.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Clarify it.
AI is taking over the world. When I said that it was dangerous, I wasn't saying it for the sake that if the person will be in danger. It just causes more confusion when it should just be simplified to respecting them as a woman or respecting them as a man or respecting their choice. It doesn't have to drag out to all these compartmentalized labels for the sake of to leave us alone. The message is leave us alone, let us be. That was then. I don't know about now, because now it's more about, you know what, if you don't like it, I'm gonna throw it in your face and you can't do nothing about it. I don't agree with that, because who wants to be tolerated? Who just wants to be there to be there, but you don't enjoy anything? Why are you fighting so hard to get in a hetero club sort of thing? Why did we never was there before? Why is the urge to be with them now important? It's about respect, because if you don't give me mine, I'm taking it. So you're gonna give it either way. But everyone is not like me.
But here's the question.
When I see,
should it always? So here's the thing. When I say normalize, what I'm saying is we have objectified homosexuality so much through history. Through history, we have made it abnormal. Through history, we have treated them as if there was an abnormality with creation that then said that this group of people needed special treatment, right? So now, and it has been culturally unfair. It has been systemically unfair, and it has been religiously, spiritually unfair, right? So if we've done this, so now we're saying, I think a little bit, that much of it, we're saying this is a normalized behavior, because everybody deals with behavior. We have to understand, here's the thing. Homosexuality has not been fully embraced nor accepted. What we've done is said it totally has not been. What we have said is we're going to give rights, we're going to give permissions, we're going to allow, right? We're going to allow certain things. And now what we're saying is, and then we're going to allow television to be
To
upfront
depict
and
what is
some of what is,
depicting.
I don't know what it's depicting, to be honest with you, because some of what is depicting, honestly, is not true behaviors, right? It's not a true reflection of life, but it's
At all.
attempting. It's attempting to normalize something that, just like Jamel just said, should have been natural, but we have not accepted the natural part of a human being, because we don't consider
Period.
that human being to be a natural creation. And what we've been
Let's
doing is we've
simplify
been
it.
saying is that natural creation has had an abnormality. So now we need to normalize this abnormality and then attempt to try and say, well, no, it's always been here. But you have not allowed it to be natural.
That is horrible. Yeah,
It's
so
the
now it's
fact
being
that
tolerated instead of it just
right,
being a natural thing
right.
of agreeing and disagreeing. It's being tolerated now. That's why they don't want it. They saying, I don't want your tolerance. Keep it. We fought so hard to get tolerated. Now y'all just giving us something like, oh, let me give you this. You got this. Here's your little gift bag. Okay, go ahead. You should be fine. We gave you something. It's not enough. It should be normal. It should be natural, like Jamil said. Now it's not no more. And it ain't taking things sitting down. Or maybe they do, but that's on them. They not folding anymore. They telling you what you gave us is simply not good enough. To tolerate me is not good enough. How about leave me alone and treat me like you would treat your child, your mama, your daddy?
But
treat me like
Jamal,
everybody else that you love.
They can't. You know why? Because most times the people that are in those positions to try to control another's narrative and life are the ones struggling with the same thing that they're trying to protest against, that they're trying to control. So since they can't control themselves, they'll try to control you. Since they can't discipline their own self, they begin to realize that I can't control me, but if I can control those around me, then it'll help me. It'll help take the attention off of my struggle, and that has always been what I've noticed.
So they're deflecting. You say they're deflecting, basically.
Most definitely.
I agree.
Most definitely.
Because
most of the times, these politicians who have, especially some of these Republicans who are in there and they so hard against homosexuality, you find out that they were caught with little boys and little grown men. They're running little back-end deals with male prostitutes. Yeah. So and the same can be said for a lot of these pastors.
I'm one of those. Oh.
So you know,
we're gonna go on a break. I want everybody to woosah. We're gonna hit this quick break real quick. We're gonna hit this quick ad from our sponsor.
Hi, Gail.
Everybody woosah, and then we're gonna come back in. We're gonna introduce our new guest on here, which is Gail. Thank you for joining us. And let us bring it in. All right. Boom.
If you need an event space for the intimate wedding, birthday party, baby shower, game night, or sip and paint, look no further. Gallery 603 in Union, New Jersey. The official sponsor for the Muzzle is Off podcast.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. We are yet and still talking about homosexuality. Is it being sensationalized in the media, or is it finally becoming normalized in media, right? We have a new guest with us. Hi, Gail.
Hi.
You on mute, honey. Honey, you muted yourself, girlfriend.
Hello, everybody.
Hey. And let me
Listen,
preface this because y'all know I'll be a little slow with these comments a little bit, but I'm getting better as time goes on. Don't judge me. But I want to say this.
Wow.
One comment said, when we made the comment of saying it's dangerous, a viewer said it's dangerous to heterosexuals in the workplace because I am on eggshells on what you choose to be for the day. Identify yourself, and I will respectfully accommodate that. I can agree with that.
I agree.
Because what
You
I'm not
can't or
gonna
you can't.
look, I can agree with that. Because what I'm not gonna do is
I
go
agree.
back and forth with all of your classifications. That I can't do. I don't know what.
Yeah, it's
Listen,
too
that
much. It's like you dragging it. You dragging it. Like that's too
that's
much.
why that's why we use they them.
okay,
I identify as they them. I'm one of those ones, and I can switch back and forth very easily between both feminine and masculine energy. And sometimes it's just
Respectful.
biologically, let me start there. Biologically, you can have both um, sets of hormones in your body, which cannot just be, as much as it is confusing to you guys, it's confusing to us. The other thing is
I agree.
sometimes you just fluctuate back and forth and you don't know why. And before I truly came out and started to identify myself as they them, because people who really know me know I can switch up on you really quick, voice change, everything. But it's not
Can I
something that
hear it?
is, no.
Okay.
No, you're
But
not
at
getting
the
me in trouble.
but at the end of the day, what's your name?
Depending on what facet I'm in.
you
See,
got
yeah,
some different.
yeah, that's confusing as hell. I'm sorry.
Okay, wait, pause. Because I'm just now new to this. What other
That is
name
con-
you go by?
I'm a unicorn.
Whatever name do I go by?
You don't go by that name, Gail.
I do, not in circles. So if I'm talking to you, I would not go by that name with you, but we joke about it. It's a very real thing. If
And
I'm
people,
in if I'm in other circles and
y'all give
that's
me
how
a
I show
whole
up,
look. Y'all give me a whole good moment because I ain't know.
And you know
but see,
what?
that's
You
what.
can't.
But see, that's
Wait,
what I'm. That's what I'm talking about. What you do in your private, like I ain't got time to be worrying about if you a they or you. Just tell me your name when
no,
you
let me
around
say
me.
now.
Let me know what to address you as. Like at that moment, that's confusing.
That you simplified it, and that's just a mutual respect. So just tell me your name, and I'll tell you
Yeah,
mine, and we go from there.
tell me tell me your name, like who, whatever facet you operate in at the moment. That's cool. Like if you go from being a female to a male, that's dope. But at the end of the day, just tell me what's your name. If your name or you got to change your name to identify that's to me that's just a
Well,
whole
I kind of
nother
appreciate
issue.
your comment. I appreciate you, Dre, because he just simply. Often we don't get it that simplified. A person that just don't care at all. I have no opinion. I will know your name. I'm going to carry it as such. You know my name. I know your name. That's it. I don't care what you do in the background and
but
what you did last night and what you did this morning. I just want to know your name right now in the present
Well, I
live.
just
You
want
know,
to know
I
your name.
appreciate that.
Period. What is your name? What is your
You know, I got
but
duality as well.
oh,
You know, I got duality within
you
me.
got two
So I have a
names?
healthy. Hell no, I'm one person.
Oh, okay. I just Fred.
But
I just
I'm
need to
saying for
know.
So
me, I
you
do.
Jamal wherever you go.
Hell yeah.
See,
Fucking.
I ain't got to worry about it because I know
But
if
I
he in the
had the
club
duality when it
or if he
comes to the
outside,
energy.
No, we
right?
get
That's
the
what I'm saying.
duality of the energy. I'm with
Yeah,
the duality of the energy.
So
I
what
don't
I'm
care about
saying
your
is when I'm with
energy.
my
I just
gay
want to know your name.
counterparts, when I'm with my gay counterparts and we're talking, that's why often if I talk to a female, they be like, girl, then they stop themselves. I say, go ahead, continue. Because in my community, what they could label me is a butch queen. I mean, I look like a guy, but I'm also gay. So I'm considered a butch queen. Now, when I came in the game, I denounced all these things that like, oh, hey girl, what's up, sis? All these things. You be like, I'm a guy. Like, no, no, no. But when you get in the community or you are in the community, which heteros are excluded, so therefore they don't need to know unless I bring them up to speed. However, I'm just simply Jamal. But when I'm with my gay friends and people who identify as queer, they may say, hey sis, what's up, girl? Let me tell you the tea. And I fall right in line. It's not offensive. It won't be offensive if any of my hetero friends say it, like, girl, bye. But it's a thing. When I go with them, I have that balance. You know I'm a guy. I want to be one. I want to be identified and respected as one. But when I'm with my people on that side, that good old rainbow, it's okay. And even if they're not hetero, I mean, if they're not gay, and they still close to me like that, they have the same liberties because it's not offensive. Now that I know what I know from being in the game for a minute, if they say, "Hey sis," I'm like, "Oh, okay, what's up?" Girl, bye, sit down. They can say girl, bye. They're like, girl, let me tell you something. I know I'm a guy. They are one too. But that's how we communicate in that community. That's underground. That's how we identify. We felt safe enough to do that and not be challenged. Our manhood was a challenge. The bass in our voice didn't have to leave. We were comfortable enough to still take on that role, play with the duality, and yet still know we are guys. But no one challenged that amongst us. It's if we go outside of us that we know that's going to be a challenge. It's a
But it
language. It's
does.
called the fab
You,
language.
you know what
But
happens? I realize that we can accept it when we do it this way for the heterosexual community. We don't realize that we're doing the same things that y'all are doing when we have someone. My daughter calls me daddy. My daughter, or my father calls me son. My friend calls me bro.
So
I'm,
it changes. You
I'm
do the same thing.
depending, right? We're doing the same thing
You're
depending
doing the
on
same
who I'm
thing.
talking to. I'm there is a dynamic to the relationship, and
Mm-hmm.
that dynamic is known by the person that I'm engaging at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
so we do the same thing, and we
I
don't
don't see
realize
that. I don't
that
see
it's
that
the
as the
same
same thing.
thing. It's the same. Okay,
What I
I
just
mean,
said, Dre, you didn't hear what I said, did you?
No, I heard what you said. I'm talking about what my cousin said. That's our first
Yeah, what he's
disagreement
saying
for the
is he's
night.
saying what I do with my
Listen,
friends
we about to
is the same
coin
as what you
this
guys do with different labels.
as the first disagreement between the cousins for the night. It's
Yeah, I
okay.
didn't. Yeah, I don't because what that's not to me. That's not energy. That's nature of
that
relationship. So like for instance, in one moment, if I'm at your church, you're my cousin, but at that moment, you're the pastor of that church.
and it's the same. It's the same thing for them. At
The
the
same
moment,
thing.
if
It's
they
the
are
same thing.
chilling with their counterpart within their
What?
community, then guess what? They don't. They might say, "Hey, sis." They might say, "Hey,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
whatever they decide
So
at the moment."
so what you saying is I don't have to be a part of the LBGTQ OPP community to be a they or a
OPP.
them. So I'm a
No,
they
he's
or a them
saying
right
that
now.
if you're not in the community and you be like child by or girl by, then it slipped out. You used to saying it to your wife or something. It will be perfectly fine because in our community, it's not offensive. Even it's about the closeness. You'll have that liberty to say that to me. Not everyone, but the closeness is what would break that barrier where you can say girl bye or sis you doing too much. But if I'm in the community, I'm a guy. I love it. And the person I'm talking to is a guy. We have bass in our voice and we do not try to move it out of the way. However, if he says sis, let me tell you what happened. It's the same thing. We are okay with that. That is okay. That's how we talk to each other in our community. It could go outside of the community, but it will be someone close to us that has that liberty. It's not everybody. Everybody on the street can be like, girl, you killed that outfit. Yeah, right. Who you talking to?
But
Right? But
but
it's
you
different for somebody that's close to me. They could say, bitch, you killed that fucking outfit, bitch. Over. And it's okay. It's really okay. It's a switch. And
and
we all got labels. I'm an uncle, I'm a brother, I'm a son. And you know what I'm saying? I'm a best friend, I'm a friend. And if somebody call me, my name's Jamal. My nickname is Molly. But if somebody say, son, come here, I will only know that to be one of my parents. Everybody not going to say that, but to them, I'm their son, and that's as simple as it goes.
Unless
my
you in,
brother's like,
unless you in Brooklyn, and Brooklyn, you know, son is a term of endearment. Yo, son, come here. Let me holler at you real quick.
Oh yeah, no. I've been in Brooklyn. They don't talk to me like that.
Yeah,
They do. It's
know,
common, but not me.
Yeah, Jamel is not my son, but if I see him, I'll be like, yo, what's good, son? Like, he know I'm not trying to be his daddy.
Right.
You're not trying to son him. That's endearment.
He ain't trying to son him.
Right. That's a
right.
Don't son him.
I ain't trying to son him, but you know, that's my nigga. Like, yo, what's good, son?
Right. It's just like the term nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We know in the black community we can call each other nigga all day. Let a white person call us nigga. We most likely gonna punch somebody's lights out.
Hello.
Somebody has but I want to get back to Gail's point of view. If I'm not calling nobody a they or them. Just tell me your name because I don't want to get confused. It's too much.
That's more for the announcement. You know that, right, Dre? When you speak on them, that's how you would say it. You wouldn't put them in a box. So you wouldn't say it to them. You would know their name. But when you speak on them, you would then dress them as them or they to whomever you may be speaking to, because again, that's the respect when it comes to that. You don't necessarily know what is safe for you other than their name. When you speak to them first person, it's their name. When you're speaking on them, you're going to say them or they. That's the respect.
You know what? Nadia is saying that's completely different than today. If you tell me your name is Tina, then tomorrow you tell me your name is Trey. I'll tell you just like this, Nadia. I'm known by many different names depending on where I go. Mm-hmm. Some people know me as Jazz. Some people know me as Jamel. Some people know me as Bam Bam. Some people know me as Vinny.
Me too.
So here it is, you know, depending on where I go, people may know me in a different, they may know a different side of me. People who know me as Bam Bam, they knew Bam Bam came to fight. People that know me as Vinny, they knew that Vinny was about playing basketball. Vinny Johnson, the microwave.
I thought he was in a goon, like he was a goon or something, like he was in a mob.
Oh,
he was in a mob?
Nah. Yeah, and then, you know.
Right,
so it's
like, yeah, I'm about to say, who call your black mob Vinny?
Nah, Vinny Johnson. Because as soon as I came in, I was scoring points.
you know, black.
So
Vinny Johnson.
My thing is, we have to allow people the space to be who they are in the moment that they are in.
Yeah,
because
with no judgment. If you, none of your business.
With no judgment. Now it becomes crazy. It becomes crazy when me myself, I'm just switching up on you no, I'm not Bam Bam today. I'm Jazz. Now,
oh my God, I can't.
You're doing too much. Just relax, bro. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, you really don't even have to worry about all of that, depending on the people and the relationships that you have, because those relationships will determine the name that they call you.
Absolutely. That's how simple it is. That people make it complicated in our community, from versus hetero to us, they make it so difficult that they can't adjust. Yes, you can. This is just that simple as you put it. It's the same thing.
Let me say this. First of all, it's not one person calling you many different names. Typically, it's how the person knows you with what they're going to call you.
Most definitely.
I, Nakia Monet, am not calling you Jazz one day, Vinny the next day, Solo to Don the other day.
That don't work.
So
because you know me as Jamel.
That's my point. So if I know you as a name, that's how I'm going to address you going forward. I'm not doing all these different names, right? Because it's how I know you.
Do a little plot twist here. I'm gonna do a little plot twist.
Plot twisted.
Now, what if this individual is transgendered? Now you know them as Jamal on the block, but now I have decided to alter my opinions, and that's where it gets complicated, because now how are you going to deviate from the norm and call me Jamila? I'm gonna tell you
how, because I have a friend who did that, right? when I first met her, she had one name. Once she went through her gender
Transitioning.
assignment and all that stuff, she has another name. I address her by her new name. I don't address her by her old name because she's completely transformed into her new person, right? And I don't make no mistakes and I don't make no qualms about that. That's totally different. What I'm saying is I'm gonna put it back on Gail. Gail is Gail to me, regardless of whatever the fuck energy she giving. She's Gail.
Period.
Now, if other people want to introduce and entertain the other name, they go ahead and
So what you
introduce
identify me as, Key? I'm sorry for cutting you off.
friend.
Okay, I'm just friend. But what about $2 Ho? What about Jamal? What about Nunu? What about Juice? What about I'm all best friend?
Let me
What
say
about
this.
all my
Let me
titles?
say, but you all the way Jamal, right? You all the way
I'm
Morley.
all the way
You
Jamal.
all the way Jamal. You all the way Morley, and you all
Take
the
it
way
back to the
friend.
middle. Yes.
Therefore, I address you with how you are to me. I call you friend. We friend. Friend? What's going on? You
Friend.
understand what I'm saying?
What if I
Because
say today, you know what? I'm a $2 Ho. What
I
you
don't
gonna say?
call you $2.
No, we testing all you heteros. How would you handle that situation? I got
don't
like
call
9
you,
names.
and you're gonna
And
have
you know
all
my
9 of them, and you still gonna be friend and Jamal to me. I don't care about all them 9 names you got. Okay, you can add 15 more to them. You still gonna be that. But what my point is that who you are to people. It ain't gonna be because you introducing your masculine or feminine energy that I'm changing your name. That I'm not doing all that. That's confusing as hell. No,
and
I'm
that's
not
not your
doing all
job
that.
anyway.
No, and it ain't gonna be a job, and it shouldn't be the job of anybody else. No matter
It
what
But
shouldn't. It
energy.
shouldn't.
hold up. So can I say something? Because I let you guys go for a while. But I don't request you or anybody else who knows me as Gail to call me
You
anything
don't
different than Gail.
listen.
However, you guys also know that there is masculine energy, and when that steps on the scene, and
You
how to
can't help but recognize when Rufus ass come out.
We just assume the position. Yeah, we just assume the position. I don't like
right.
the way that sound. I ain't no fucking assume the position. No, fuck that. I ain't no cheap thrill. Hell no. Okay, yeah, I get what you mean, Gail. I ain't with the fucking just assume the
Yeah,
position shit. Oh no, no.
I don't require. I know there are some in the community that requires people to, switch when they switch. I don't do that. Um,
That's not fair.
Let me
um,
say this: I have never met one that switched up in a moment. Now that just could be me and my good limitations, and it's perfectly fine.
well,
Okay, but when I
what,
say I'm a $2 hoe, y'all better call me a $2 hoe.
when I
All
say
y'all.
switch, it can be you with them in one environment and then you're with them in a different environment, and then that environment requires for you to call them a different name, or if they go by a different name in that environment, as like Jamel was saying.
Well, what environment calls for them switches? Now I'm confused.
I think. Are you suggesting when you're in hetero surroundings,
Mhm.
See,
and then when you're
see,
in
but
the community, that's how
yeah,
you
but
could
none
do
of
it.
that
That's her
should
thing.
matter. I don't care what community you in, whether you in hetero environment, whether you in
It's
the.
for safety reasons and
I
all
was about to
that.
say that, Kia, it's for safety reasons. There is
Yes,
what we don't realize, what a lot of heterosexual people who are not, you know, in community with other LGBTQ plus or queer people, is that safety is a real thing.
But what is this?
and
Okay,
always been a threat.
educate me on the safety of the name. What is the safety of the name? I am thoroughly
Because
confused.
if your name, say if I show up in a space, in a heterosexual space,
Yeah.
using
But call her
Rufus,
Rufus.
right, using
Mm-mm.
Rufus,
Mm-mm.
there is a
A
safety
danger.
that a danger that I will not be safe in certain heterosexual communities, if I use
Absolutely.
my masculine name. We can talk about from what we see on the news of a lot of transgender women last year getting killed,
Killed.
getting beat up. even here in Philly, there has been a couple of instances where they was in the they was in their own community, and the heterosexuals came and beat the nonsense out of
this happens. This happens.
queer
So
people.
the name change thing is definitely for safety, because if I'm in an environment where someone says sis to me, yet I'm comfortable with this person, but now I'm on the spotlight, I'm on the center stage, and I'm the meat they ready to devour, because now they're gonna question that. They're gonna challenge you right in public and clown you and drag you and all these things. But if I'm with my people, that me being me is celebrated. I am safe. I'm with my own. But when I'm with my other people, because they are my people, the men are going to challenge that. Everybody doesn't like you, and they don't have a problem with showing you that they want to harm you because they hate who we are out loud. You have to protect yourself. I agree with that 100%. Period.
I get
we there with it.
Y'all there, okay? And I want y'all to be there.
Me and Gail there.
And there, okay? But let me tell you when the kid's not. Okay.
Where you at?
Whenever the hell y'all with me, people is safe. Therefore, you're gonna be Gail, you're gonna be Molly, friend, whatever. I feel like calling you at that time, because we don't go in environments where we're not safe.
Right, that's you. But some people come in and challenge that environment.
Let me tell you something. I'm only speaking for the environments in which I create for the people that are near and dear to me. Therefore, all that, I have not experienced it, but I get it. And I pray that I don't have to experience it. But if I do,
so imagine
y'all
the kids
already know.
Here.
These hands fight.
Imagine the kids now.
Go at it.
Not the kids. See now this is a fad. The fad is everyone wants a gay best friend. All the girls, they want a gay best friend. They don't think twice about the dope boys and the hustlers and the thugs that they attract, right? So they like them thugs, but you walk down the street with your gay best friend. Everybody want one, right? It's a thing. Now you putting him in harm's way because the dudes you're going to see and y'all about to pull up on does not like gay people. So now that person is in a harmful space. That the young lady or whoever, she didn't know that it was going to go that far. She could predict that, but she didn't mean to put him in that situation, but she did. And so now his life is threatened, and he's just being her friend, and she sees no big deal because she is his friend. But the people that she likes and attract are thugs, and they are anti-gay, right? So now he's in trouble. He didn't know it. The girl couldn't foresee it, but the hustlers, they gonna get him. He food. They eat. They hungry, and he look like dinner. That's how simple it goes. Just not even thinking about it.
Let me say this, because even the other flip side of that is, because I've known a few gay men that have dated street dudes that were in the closet, right? It's known, it's a fact. And one in particular person that I didn't know actually got murdered because of it. Right?
God bless. See? And so easy.
It is very easy. But what I will say is that for me, if I know, and it's not an if, when I know, because I know my friend, if I know my friend is homosexual, and I'm not going to bring my friend in an unsafe environment. And truth be told, that goes across the board for all friends. I'm not bringing my friends. If I call you a friend, let me say this, because you know what? I'm not bringing my friend, whom I call a friend, into an unsafe environment. And the reason being for that is because I should love my friend just as much as I love myself. So if I love myself not to bring myself into an unsafe environment, why am I going to bring my friend into an unsafe environment? And I take that across the board with everybody in which I encounter, and I take that across the board with everybody that I really do and truly consider a friend. I'm not bringing you into an environment that's going to harm you, that's going to hurt you, that's going to cause you some type of emotional or psychological pain. And the reason being is because I should love you enough not to do that. Now, If I bring you being my good gay friend, my queer friend, my homosexual friend, my lesbian friend, my whatever friend, my unicorn friend, my old friend, my con friend, whatever the case may be, because there's a lot of different words that come around. Let me tell you, there's so much, right? Transgender, we got all these polyamorous people running around here. We got everybody, non-binary, all this stuff. We got it all. If you come into an environment with me and I bring you into an unsafe environment, I am no longer your friend. That's word. I'm not your
Yeah,
friend.
I agree with that.
Period.
I agree with that to a
And
degree, friend,
we
because
no, but we know it though. Let me say this. Before I bring a person around, right? Whether it's my family or it's friends, I know who my friends are and I know who my family is, and I know whether or not they are queer friendly, homosexual friendly, whatever the case may be, right? I know whether they are LGBTQIA plus friendly, right? If I know whether or not they are friendly, meaning that they don't care X, Y, Z, this, that, and the third, I will bring you around. But if I know that you are not friendly, why the hell would I bring you around? And Nikita, I understand what you were saying. Sometimes you end up in environments that you can't control. But let me say this: me and my friend is getting the hell
and
up out of there.
I would
If
feel more
I
comfortable if you
sense,
That's the
say,
if
point.
I sense
yeah,
that the environment is not safe for me or my friend, because
Right.
once it's not safe for my friend, it's no longer safe for me if they with me. And I bring them
so
into
I
that
would say
environment.
this.
I can't control it, but I can get us up out of there.
Yeah, my thing is, yeah, you can't control in the moment because that the person you banked on, knowing for sure they could add a third party that you don't even know. And secondly, I would feel more comfortable with you saying, I don't even go to those type of environments, so it would never be a situation because it's out of your control if you go and partake just a little bit. Because in a quick split second, someone could go and see this space and see this cookout or see this party, see a couple of things that they don't like or disagree, go to their trunk, pop the trunk, come back and spray us all. You can't control that, even if you knew the people and you don't know the people that they invited though. So I would feel more comfortable if a person says, I don't go to stuff like that at all. I don't even engage with anybody that's like that. I don't engage with the rah-rah, period. Because if you say I can go, but I will get us out, or I can go, but I'm gonna test the waters, that's still not gonna give us any comfort. It's we none of us know. You don't know, we don't know, and they may bring somebody that you don't know that's gonna come and shake up the place. You could bank on your people, but you might not can't bank on the person that they bring or the person that come bring the food or bring the liquor. Things go left. Somebody's head could be on the floor in
No,
a
ain't
split
nobody. Let me say
second.
something. Let me say this: as as much as I love a good drink, I love my friends more. And
I agree.
at the end of the day, if stuff starts to go, the truth of the matter is, everybody has friends and family that are not LGBTQIA plus friendly. Everybody
Period.
does, and you know that. So therefore, if I know for a fact where I'm at, I am not bringing my friend whom I'm supposed to love and cherish. And I'm not, and the truth of the matter, and this goes across the board, I'm not introducing nobody to an unsafe environment that is not going to be safe for their mental, spiritual, emotional well being.
So it needs to
Period.
be controlled. It needs to be
Yeah,
controlled, and
but
it needs to be
but I
controlled.
think the problem is that we don't consider that in other people, and when we don't consider that in other people, then we introduce them into an environment that is not conducive for their health, their overall health. I'm not doing that to nobody. I'm not going to make you I'm not going to introduce you to an environment where you're going to feel uncomfortable. I'm not going to introduce you to an environment where you cannot be yourself. I'm not going to introduce you to an environment where you got to hide who you are. The hell, I'm not your friend.
Period.
And you can't possibly love me if you do that. I don't care what nobody say. And this is the problem that I have with relationships as a whole. We do not respect boundaries, and we do not respect other people's mental, emotional, and spiritual health, because we introduce them into situations and things with people that are not conducive to maintaining their level of even just some type of stability, including the church. Gail, right? Let's be real.
Can we just leave the churches?
No, I'm
today?
not. Dre, no, I'm
Don't pick
not.
on this.
No,
Not
I'm
today.
not. No,
Not
I'm not.
today.
No,
Dre, the
I'm
church
not.
is wrapped all up in this,
No, I'm
sir.
not.
Sorry.
No, I'm not.
Don't pick
'Cause
on this. Not today. One day. Give us one day off.
Y'all had
Y'all
that.
are all wrapped
Y'all
all up
had,
in this
look,
here
hold up,
madness.
pause. Y'all had about 3 months off because I wasn't on this podcast. Hello.
Well, then there was other people talking about us too. Like, just give us just
I ain't
one
got
more.
nothing. I ain't got nothing to do with them other people. You ain't on camera, Pastor.
Well, over at Excel in Brooklyn, we accept everybody. So I can speak for my church.
Come
You
on,
in
Excel in
Brooklyn?
Brooklyn. Yeah, he in Brooklyn now.
Oh, okay. Shout out to Brooklyn. What's good?
I wanna make a comment based on something that was said earlier about it being dangerous. The only way that I see people using they and them as being dangerous in any concept is when people use those pronouns to actually hide themselves. Because a lot of times what we're seeing through some people is dissociative disorder, and they're hiding themselves
Yeah.
or shielding themselves from something they really don't want to deal with when they take on a certain identity. So I think that's the only danger that I see, that some
Oh, for the
people,
convenience of it all. The convenience.
yeah, because
Well, no,
it just becomes.
when you
I'm
start
listening.
talking about dissociative identities, that's
Uh-huh.
something completely different, right? So
Okay.
dissociating means that I dissociate because my surroundings around me was dangerous and I needed to dissociate into another form of who I am to be
Right.
able to protect myself.
That's
Right.
like colorism.
Right.
No, it's not like
But
colorism.
that's what I'm saying, Gail, is that some people possibly would choose to do that and hide behind the guise of they and them, when
But that's
Can't it's
in all actuality, they're really just hiding themselves from what they perceive as clear and present danger, instead of, and I feel like instead of,
is it self-hatred or self-inflicted hatred, you think? That's a
no, it's
question.
a
I'm not
mental
saying it is.
disorder. It's a full-fledged mental disorder, and it's how their brain process. There's a portion of your brain that processes um, danger and trauma, and when you
Of
enter into
course.
a space like that, it happens automatically. That person don't
right,
get time to think about whether or not I'm going to disassociate and turn into another person. It
Hold on.
happens automatically.
And we're not talking about all those different personality disorders. However, we have a question because it's a lot. It's too many of them. It's too many to. I do not want to say that. Anyway, we have a question and it says IA plus. Please school this heterosexual male. So, Donnie, we're gonna school you today. Okay, let's do it. It says lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and or questioning, intersex, asexual, two-spirit, and the countless affirmative ways in which people choose to self-identify, which is what we've been talking about. They, them, she, they, well, all that good stuff. So the IA and the pluses is all those things in which the
In a nutshell.
homosexual community, queer community, whatever, the community, how they
Yeah,
identify
no.
themselves.
Ooh,
That's
no.
what we're doing.
Pardon me, I
so
was checking
Gail,
my
Because you got
bandages.
pansexual, androgynous.
Yeah.
You got a whole
Asexual,
bunch.
pansexual,
It's a lot.
demisexual. Yeah.
You know what? Pause.
We colorful, baby.
I don't know when demisexual became part of that.
It's all this shit, man.
yeah,
Uh,
Forgive me, my damn leg is hurting, y'all. But I apologize if I'm kind
look.
of tap out.
because anybody can become demisexual. Anybody.
Oh, okay. No, because
Is it any?
honestly, he's the second person that I heard say that concerning demisexual. So that's why when he said, I'm like, oh wait, pause, ring a bell.
So
Y'all
you
see,
doing research, kid, on your computer, on your phone?
y'all see my muscle?
Kid, don't even brag.
My
Stop
bad,
being
my bad, my
braggadocious. Cause I
bad,
can't go
my
to the
Wait,
bad,
wait.
gym.
my
You know
I
I
bad.
can't.
wanted to hear.
Hashtag Donnie is my trainer. I just wanted to make sure I threw that out there. Oh,
Hashtag.
okay.
What's
I
up,
wanted to hear
OG?
what Kia was going to say about the church.
Dre done made me
Lord,
lose
don't
my whole
start
good
her,
thought.
please.
Okay. All
Thank you,
right.
Jamal. That's all I was saying. Thank you, Jamal. That's all I was saying. Gail, y'all got this
Yeah.
conversation over the phone.
Dre, don't get upset that the church is going to be a part of this
Oh, it's all wrapped up in it.
conversation.
See,
It's
it's all
part
wrapped
of
up in it. We
every
just saying not
Because
conversation.
today.
wait, hold on,
I
Dre,
just want
because
one
me and you have
show
never had this
where we don't talk.
interaction.
I just
Wait,
want one show
Dre,
where we don't
me
talk
and you
about the
never
church.
had this interaction. I
I just
understand
want.
that because of yours where you are now, like you feel as though that you don't want to hear the church in this type of conversation. But let's be real, the church has caused harm to
Ooh,
the
see,
queer
boom,
community,
tick, tick,
that has
boom.
put them into situations and places where it was, as Kia talked about, unsafe for their mental, their physical, their spiritual, their
But that's
Spiritual.
not
emotional
the.
health.
That's it's not just the church. Family members have caused harm to the.
But it's seated.
I agree.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about
It's
it.
Please,
everywhere.
It's
That's like these
See,
seated
goddamn
in the
I hit.
singers.
church.
I hit. It's
you,
that's
It's
not
seated
true.
in the church. And you
That's not
talking to
true.
somebody who loves God and been a part of the church and still is a part of the church and stuff. But still, if I show up in my jeans and in my jersey and matching sneakers, the first thing that comes across the pulpit is a whole bunch of homosexual rhetoric.
So I don't know. I don't know.
I,
I don't know what church. I don't know what church you talking about. I can only talk about the church that I'm a pastor of, and I don't
Right,
care.
but that's how that is such, and no disrespect to you, Dre, but I feel like that's such a cop out
You could call it
because
a
Is it
cop out
loaded?
all
whenever
you want to, but
let me finish.
I cannot
I'm
tell
I'm
Oh,
a just I'm
another
a just let
pastor how to pastor his church. That's between him
I'm
and
not
God.
telling you how to pastor your church. I never said to you
No, I'm
anything
not talking
on
about
how to
you. No.
pastor
I'm
your
not
church.
saying that's what you said. What I'm saying is that's not a cop out. I'm a pastor of Excellent Brooklyn. So I can only deal with how I treat people when they come into Excellent Brooklyn. What any other pastor does with their church, I'm not in control of. They have to answer to God for that. But I know
But you're
whether
going
you
you're going to get
queer,
the influx,
transsexual, I don't care
but
what you are. You
but you're
come
going to get
into
the
my church
influx.
building, I'm giving you Jesus, and that's it. What you decide to
But
do
you're
with
going to
that
get the
when you leave,
see because you're in this posture of you have to defend the church right now.
I don't know. I don't have to
Let,
defend it.
let,
I
let
don't have
me
to defend the church. I got to
or,
defend my church.
say this is how my church works. What I'm
Yeah.
saying is you're going to have to deal with the people if you are a queer affirming or you are a all inclusive church organization. You're going to get a group of people or some people that have been hurt because of how they identify.
And I already got them. I do a Zoom every Thursday with people.
I didn't say you didn't.
No.
I'm
But
just saying you're gonna have to deal with that side. So to even though you are a pastor that includes everyone, there are scars and wounds that you still will have to deal with from what other pastors and ministers have done to other people in those churches.
I agree with
Okay.
that 100%.
And that is
I agree with that 100%.
I think sometimes we really forget that religion has caused many conflicts and wars throughout history, and homosexuality being demonized has just been one of those conflicts and wars. And until we, as the church, as pastors and ministers, until we really deal with this real this real, tangible thing that the church has done damage, then we won't be able to engage homosexuals or anybody else from a real, pure, honest place, because it's our job to also deal with the history of what we've done, the history of how we've caused great wars, not just with homosexuality. We were burning people at the stakes for witchcraft. We were over there. We were killing Muslims because they didn't want to be Christians. The Crusades, the Inquisitions. There's so much history and so much blood on the church's hands.
So here's
that
why,
if we don't take time to honestly deal with and unpack all of that, it'll be very hard for people who are in the know of how bad things have gotten with religion.
Here's why.
Hold on, let me finish.
Here's why
it'll be hard. Let me finish. You can't disagree if you don't know the end of the statement.
No, I disagree, because
if
we've had the conversation.
Okay, go on, Dre.
We've had the conversations. This is not the first time we've talked about homosexuality versus the church. Now, my thing,
but I'm not.
Most of us want to keep having the conversation. I'm tired of having the conversation. So me as a pastor, the only thing I can do is present an alternative. That's all I'm saying. I'm not sitting here saying that people aren't hurting. I'm not sitting here saying that there aren't conversations to be had. We had the conversation, and we keep having the conversation. Now, this is the problem, Dre. This is the problem.
This is the problem. The church hasn't had these real conversations. The church has had conversations that they can control. They've had narratives that they can control. If we want to talk about real conversations and the church, we would talk about the Inquisition. We'll talk about how we were literally murdering people because they did not take our view of who God was. We were burning people at the stakes, calling them witches. There's so much history and so much blood that the church never talks about, ever. And they think nobody knows about it.
I mean,
all you gotta do is study
colonization. If you study colonization and true history, true facts, you will understand that as the colonizers came about, they came about in order to spread Christianity. That's history. That's facts. That is documented. It is truth. You can't change it. You can't refute it. There's nothing.
Right.
And
that's the thing.
The truth about Christianity is that, honestly, at the beginning, when Christianity was formed, at 325 AD, at the Council of Nicaea, it was formed as a tool of conquering.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, there are not many pastors. We touch on things, we surface on things, but there aren't many pastors that get down and really deal with that conquering nature within the religious sect.
Well,
we feel like if you don't think like us, if you don't do like us, if you don't move like us, if you don't worship like us, if you don't look like us, you are a demon. And that is dangerous.
Right,
because it creates traumas in so many different sects of people. Traumas that we haven't even touched because we won't deal with the core of how this all started.
So I think one more thing I want to add to what Jamel just said. I'm sorry for messing up your name, but not only does it set wars and stuff within, the world, but it also sets a war within that person. And it starts, it starts confusion. When we was talking about earlier about how we're confused about they and them, let's talk about the confusion that the church has set in the people. Because one thing, and I'll make this statement really short, Billy Porter said this when he was on the Tamron Hall show. The first thing that people like to take away from the queer community is their God. They don't take it away from the molester. They don't take it away from the murderer. They don't take it away from anyone else. But when you come out as a queer person, the first thing that's snatched away from you is your identity in God. And so we have to have the conversation around how the church has played a part and has their hand in that, and has caused, as Jamel said, a lot of trauma within people, that now we have crusades and movement called that are trying to debunk what you've been told about your own self.
So let me say this, because that literally brings us into a whole new topic, and it literally brings us into a whole new show. So what I want to say is that because it does, that's a different topic, and that truly is a different show, for to really have an open conversation. And what I would like is to have that open conversation, and also invite leaders that are not afraid to get on the platform and speak, right? Because at the end of the day, in order for you to have the conversation, then we need to expose all truths, right? So I am going to say this. We're going to touch that, and we're going to discuss it, because that is one of that is a very big point of contention that I have with the church as a whole. And as a person whom truly loves history and truly loves to study history, I'm not going to shy away from the historical aspects of what the church did, because this is what happened. When you truly understand what happened to the indigenous people of this country, you will begin to understand that the church committed
Millions.
mass genocide.
Millions.
Okay. In order to cleanse the earth and to create Christianity as one religion, right? And to say that Christianity is the father of all religions. And all of us, if you've come up in the church, have been taught that our religion is the supreme religion, is the right religion, is the only religion, is the only true faith. And then if you truly study history, you will study that it's not so. So I think that it's important to have a conversation as a whole surrounding the topic, and not shy away from it, not run away from it, not skate away from it, and not use a scapegoat of, well, this is how I'm going to do it. Because at the end of the day, I'm sorry to say, everybody that I have seen that steps into organized religion conforms, period. It's a level of conformity, because
and don't know the history.
Well, we don't know the history, but also because we don't promote true education, and we don't promote individual thought based on study, based on historical facts. You cannot change facts, period. And I think that a lot of the times we get misconstrued and we get caught up because we keep trying to change facts. You cannot change what history has already proven is what happened. Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue in 1492. And what did Christopher Columbus do?
That's not people trying to. Y'all trying to nobody's trying to change facts. I think the problem is, most of the time, I'm solution based. So once the problem is presented, my next step is, all right, what are we gonna do? And Jamel,
so
you know that
we're gonna have the conversation about what we need to do.
You're right.
Hold on. I'm not the type to just sit around and talk. I'm all right. We got the history. We know what the problem.
Y'all don't have the history. Half of y'all ain't even studied. I'm saying y'all in general terminology. I'm saying y'all in general terminology. Half of y'all ain't studied shit outside of what you've read.
Don't say y'all, because
outside of what you've read and what you've been taught.
Before I was a preacher, I wanted to be a history teacher.
Which is good. I'm not
Before I
talking
was-
about you. I'm
before-
saying
before
half
I
of
was a
y'all,
preacher,
there is a
but
lot of ignorant based
right. But
teaching
here's the
that
thing.
goes
Here's the
forth.
thing.
So what I'm
I'm
saying is
only-
let's have the conversation
I'm
to
only
debunk all ignorance.
No. I'm responding to the comment where the girl says not much. It's not the same thing, because here's the thing. I can only do but so much. I'm one
Say
person.
what you responding to.
I'm only one person. So yes, I'm going to say my church. Why? Because that's the people that God has given me. So I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it like everybody else. Does that mean I'm not upset the way other pastors treat homosexuals in church? No. Does that mean that I don't speak up? No, that's not what that means. But what I'm saying is I can only control what God has given me. So when I say the people that I govern in my church, yeah, you want to come in and you come in as you identify as a transsexual, you're gonna get the same Jesus that a straight person gonna get.
So can I say something to that?
Hey Nikita, welcome Nikita.
Hey y'all, I'm
And
not gonna
Nikita.
but I want to say this real quick. I don't want the pastor to feel attacked, but he is referring to my comment.
Okay.
You cannot tell me that you preach Jesus and you preach the Bible and you don't preach abuse, toxicity, hate, prejudice.
I can't tell you that.
You cannot tell me that.
I can't tell you that. Why? Because when Jesus said that he sent us to preach the gospel. I don't preach abuse. I never sit there and, number one, I never sit there and tell somebody or manipulate people into, number one, giving. I never manipulate people into attending my church. I never manipulate people into making it seem like if you don't come to my church, you don't hear from God. I don't do that.
You know what?
Because it was done.
You know what?
So you must not.
My cousin actually had one of the greatest examples of a pastor, Bishop Nathaniel Townsley.
Thank you, sir.
The way he loved people of all walks is where my cousin comes from. So I know how my cousin's church looks. I know the message. I know my cousin's message because he was taught from a leader who showed love, compassion, and grace to everybody.
Let me ask you this.
Unfortunately, it's not like that with most churches.
Let me ask this. Let's be very real about it. Can you genuinely teach the Bible without teaching prejudice, hate, or toxicity?
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you
can. You choose which parts you want. You choose which parts of the scripture that you want to teach. If I'm going to teach anything in scripture, my focus will always be teaching the messages that Jesus taught.
Right.
Because I understand that Paul had a little stuff with him. I understand Paul had stuff with him. I understand that Jonah was a racist. I understand that. So instead of me, let me make this focus on Jesus, because I know Jesus was accepting of all. He taught and loved all.
Okay. Now, I respect that, but I'm so used to pastors saying they preach the Bible in its entirety. And for me, you cannot teach the Bible in its entirety without preaching hate or prejudice.
Right. But
so
you also have to know, in order to know where you're going, you have to know where you've been. And there are ways to teach the whole Bible and put a spin on it.
Not even a spin, not even a spin. But more so, if I'm going to teach the whole Bible, I'm going to teach it in context and let you know, in this time, this was a very patriarchal time. This was a male chauvinistic society. And this is what we have come out of. And this is not how we should be. There's always ways to pull the positive out of the negative. There's always ways.
So let me say this, and I'm going to jump off of here to the pastor. The next time you are approached with this type of conversation, because you just gave me a different spin, and look, you did also, Jamel, is that, there is pastors out there who don't, I guess, teach the Bible in its entirety and rightly divide. Because to me, I've always felt like anytime you preach the Bible in its entirety, there's hate, prejudice, abuse, toxicity. That's just my view on it. But let me say this, don't shy away from the conversation. We are so tired of pastors saying, can we not talk about this today? Let's not attack the church when the church has
Oh
attacked.
no, honestly, Nikki, I was joking when I said that. Like
Okay.
it wasn't.
He definitely was
It
joking.
wasn't. It
Oh,
was. I was just me and Nikki have these conversations all the time.
okay. Because
Yeah, and I'm up for it. I love to debate. I love to gain knowledge. I love to, because I don't know everything, and this is why
right.
there were certain things I had to ask Jamal, because I don't know everything about the gay community. I don't know nothing about nothing. But my thing is, if
And
a
I'm
person
Queen
who
B. We
identifies
asked the Queen
queer,
B.
right? If somebody identifies as queer, to come in my church and says, I want to know Jesus as my savior, that's my only job, is to give them Jesus. And
I'm gonna pull up.
when I was saying, I wasn't defending the church. What I was saying was, I just hate when we generalize, because there are so many good pastors like my cousin Jamel, who look at the other side. Like, so we don't fall into that political or that cool crew who thinks it's okay to beat on people. Why? Because even though the church didn't beat me because I was gay, they beat me for other reasons, like having a kid out of wedlock and telling me God is never going to use me. Like, there's other type of abuses that I faced in church, but I said, I'm going to be an alternative. I'm
Right.
going to be something different, because I still believe in God. I still believe in Jesus' purpose, and I still believe in God's purpose for my life. So anybody
Yeah,
out
but
there,
let me say this, because all of that makes perfect sense. But just because you're bringing out the flaws within the religious nation, the religiosity of the church, does not mean that you're coming against the church as a whole. And I find that, to be honest with you, I find that highly offensive from even my own personal self, because I am one whom I don't just point out the flaws in the church, I also do point out the goodness of it as well, right? But because if I focus on certain things that I consider to be a flaw, you're against the church, you're against God. No, I'm not. But
nah, I don't think that. I don't
I
think
ain't
you're
talk,
against
I
the
ain't
church
talk, I
or
ain't talk,
God.
I'm not talking about you I'm not talking about you per se, right? But I'm speaking as a whole. A lot of people do not fully understand that a person can point out a flaw and still love God. A
Right.
person can
I
point out
agree.
a flaw and still be a believer. A person can point out a flaw and still trust and believe in and cling to the word of God for their life. Like, we can have balanced conversations about all of
Right.
this. And what I find is that religious people as a whole do not find the balance in having that level of a conversation, because they're so stuck on, you can't come against God, you can't come against the church. I'm not coming against nothing,
I
but
agree with that.
what I am coming against is a system that has been created in order to marginalize people. No matter what like you just said, you were, beat up in the church due to having a kid out of wedlock. You know what I'm saying? Homosexuals are beat up in the church for being homosexual. You know what I'm saying? Single mothers are beat up in the church for being a single mother. A whole bunch of extra stuff that goes on. People are getting beat up in the church for. You'll get beat up in the church if you don't say amen the way that they think you should say amen. Well, you didn't end that with an amen. You didn't do this. You get beat up for so many different things, and it's wrong. And we should be able to have the conversation, a well-rounded conversation, so that we create change. I am an agent of change. That's who I am. I've been this way from the time I could remember, and I'm not going to change. But what I am going to say is that I'm going to bring it back to the conversation. We're going to have another show. And like I said, if you are a leader in the church that is open-minded and willing to have the conversation, the full conversation, not this jellyback, or I don't want to have that a foolish conversation about it. If you're open-minded enough to have the conversation and also willing to be challenged in your thought. Because the key is that you have to be willing and accepting of the fact that everybody's not going to agree with you, and that there will be an opposing opinion, whether you agree with it or not. And that opinion should be at all times backed by something that is obtainable, fact, truth, whatever the case may be, because everybody's not going to agree. I know plenty, including my cousin that's commenting right now. My cousin was in the church faithfully and left faithfully. Okay. And left due to a lot of the things that we're too afraid to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Everybody didn't have a Nathaniel Townsley. Sorry, because I know I for damn sure didn't. Okay.
Right.
Period.
True.
You understand what I'm saying? Everybody didn't have that level of, being fully accepted and being, no, we were taught a very rigid, a very aggressive and abusive and toxic God, a God.
True.
He's going to strike you down dead in your... Listen, I was going through this talking about communion the other day with somebody. I think I was talking about it with my sister. How we ritualize communion to the point where we tell people, well, you need to pray and make sure you right before you consume of his body and drink of his blood, because if you do that unworthily, God could strike you down dead. What type of witchcraft stuff are you teaching people into thinking? And then we go on and we recite this stuff, and then we quote 1 Corinthians, and then we sit up here and wonder why there's so much chaos within. People are confused.
Kia, you know what? I think we have to realize that a lot of these preachers are preaching their concept of God, their concept. And each of us every last one of us have our own concept with God, because we have our own relationship with God. Now, your relationship may have been abusive because of how you viewed God. That's not my relationship.
Amen.
The way I view God is not how you view God. You view God as a rule keeper and someone who's willing to kill and throw people into hell if you don't do it his way and you don't look like him. And then you don't even explain what his way really is. Those type of preachers, I let them be over there. I keep them over there, because you're not really preaching about God. You're preaching about your perception of God. All I know is that God is love. That's all I know. And because God is love, I can now tell you this is what God looks like. Love looks like this. What you preaching over there? What you preaching over there? That's your version. I'm going to tell you what the universal God looks like. The universal God looks like love for all people, everywhere, all kinds, through the multiverse.
Period.
I think the key word you said there, Jamel, was the universal God. And I feel like American culture feels like they have a monopoly on God and how he shows up and how he delivers and how he sets people free and what his love looks like. Like, we think that we have a monopoly on him. And we don't operate from the universal picture of who God is. And once we're able to operate from a universal picture of what God is and who he is and his love and how he abides, we'll be better individuals, we'll be better people, and we'll be better able to move throughout this world.
Very well said.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dre.
Welcome back to
Thank
Muzzle
you, Dre.
Talk. This is fire. Period.
Listen, the muzzle is off. Let me say, listen, this is why I said, for 30 minutes now, I've been saying we're going to bring it back and have a whole new conversation as it pertains to this. But for 30 minutes now, y'all have been having this conversation that I said for 30 minutes, we will bring it back.
There's still a lot more to unpack, though. So, I mean, we just gave like an introduction. There's so much more to unpack.
Here's a
You
whole
know
nother
what?
episode.
Well, I hope
Right.
y'all ready to unpack it. Pastor Dre and Donnie said, "Preach, my brother." Shit, I was about. He said he almost sent Pastor Lewis a cash app. Come on, and
Yeah.
almost. Can
Yeah,
you?
we here for it. Look, that next show, I definitely
Well, Dooney, don't worry about
I
him.
definitely
Send it
wanna
to
be there.
me.
Donnie,
And
Dre
send me a
Jamal,
good.
cash app.
Dre
and
good.
Jamal.
Dre good. He don't
He
need.
ain't talking about Dre. He said
Send
Lewis.
it
He
to
said Pastor
me.
Lewis. He's talking about
No.
Jamel.
No, he talking about he's talking about Jamel. But I'm saying I'm
Oh,
ready for the
okay. Well,
next
don't
show.
send it to Jamel. Send it to Jamal. Don't send it to Jamel. Send it to Jamal. He good.
Not with the E, with the A.
Hell
Not the E
no.
to
Send it to
A.
Jamal.
Yo, Dooney,
But
I
I got, you
appreciate
know
that,
what?
brother.
I'm on here for Kia, but this little hip of mine is doing a lean with it, rock with it. Lean. I've been over here struggling, y'all. I ain't tell y'all because I'm in the deep. I'm in deep. But this hip over here, oh, it kind of bled through, child. I was like, oh,
Listen,
Well,
hold up, I
I'm
had to get
glad
it.
you made it out your surgery safely, brother.
Thank you. I got
Right.
another one coming. Don't worry about it. Ain't nothing to a G. I'm a G.
Yeah, we glad to see that you doing well and you home.
I'm home. I started walking
Definitely.
hours later, right after the surgery. So you know I do my time like a G, honey. They just give it to me. I say, oh, put it on my desk, honey. I'm gonna execute it and let's go.
Are
Yeah.
you retarded?
I'm a G. I did a bid, honey. I did it. I came on the next day. I got locked up. They done cut me open. Then I said, okay, enough is enough of this shit. Because COVID cases are rising. I'm not staying in the hospital long for it to get me. And I got all my shots, but I'm good. So I went
know
home the
that's
next day.
right. Well,
I walked
friend,
out of there too. They tried to wheelchair me. I said, I'm walking out of here.
Nikita says she is loving your pride shirt. Okay, full
Hello.
pride. There
Thank
it
you,
goes.
boo.
You know, and
Thank
we
you.
truly do. Let me say this as
I didn't
we
get
close,
that.
because I'm not doing this with y'all. You know, I was ready 30 minutes ago, but it's so come on, show full pride, friend. Okay,
Sitting up and down. I don't know why I did that for her. Like, I
I
like
don't
you,
know why
boo,
you.
but that shit just crushed me.
Because you over here trying to show off. You know what? We all gonna show off.
I'm back.
I
I'm
see my
back,
shirt.
back again.
Ew.
Oh, I love that. See, I can get that on your website.
Yup.
Oh,
And
I need to order me one. I'm gonna order me one.
NikiaMonet.com.
You got it
Y'all
for
over
men
here.
too?
Yeah, I don't want
Yeah.
the girl one. You got men's one.
Friend,
Dre, I don't like how you did that. You see what you just did? That was shady as fuck.
What did I do,
You got it for
bro?
men's too. Like I want the exact same one that Kia got on. You think I want the same fucking one
No,
Kia got on?
I was talking about for me.
Okay, I'm gonna get the same one you get. Last I checked, we both had a fucking
Are
dangling and two berries dangling. I'm getting a man's shirt.
Mo, I was talking
The
about
fuck
for
I'm
me,
want.
bro.
But then what else would I'm gonna get the same that you get? When I asked about it, I was acting as if I'm you, Jamil, anybody else with a fucking door knockers hanging and a fucking pole
I
swinging.
ain't know if you wanted a crop top.
What the fuck I want a crop top for?
friend, you wear crop top. Don't do that. Don't
Right.
do that, friend.
I make crop
Friend,
top. That ain't no
yes,
crop top. That's a tank top.
but it's a crop tank, friend.
No, it's a crop tank top. That's what I was saying.
I got the body for it, but I ain't gonna do it.
Y'all want to
And
see
you know
my
what, Dre?
aunt?
Wait till I pull up on your ass in Brooklyn, cause you got a lot to say. You too sassy for me. The fuck? I just asked her about him, and then he gonna say, "Oh, you got the men's? What the fuck I'm gonna get?
Yo,
The
Joe.
little kids one? I'm skinny. I might get the little kids one. I don't want no damn crop top, tank top. I ain't got no boobs. My fucking belly ain't pierced and all that crazy shit. I want a men's one. You know what, Dre? I'm gonna pull up on you. You know I like doing surprises. You better be lucky my motherfucking hip is fucked up.
Friend, we pulling up at the church, ain't we, friend? We gonna pull up. And we gonna take the
Show
mic.
is he gonna be
Yo,
praising
y'all
them and
gotta
I'm gonna
pull
knock
up.
him.
We
You
gonna
gonna be
pull up at
praising them?
Excel in Brooklyn.
Yo, Friday night, 7:30.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up.
Pulling up.
Pull up.
Definitely. While you sitting there giving a good word, I'm gonna knock you right upside the head with this cane. You know, because I don't appreciate that. I don't appreciate that. Don't get slick with me. Don't sass me on this damn computer. Hell no.
Yo,
I work.
didn't even hear you ask, Mo. I just saw her.
I'm on your ass. I'm on your fucking body right now. I'm on your fucking body right now. Cause you just violated for your respect. Like, oh, you got a men's one. What the fuck I look like? An alien?
Friend about to keep going, friend.
I saw her stand up and show the shirt, Mo. That's all it was.
Go ahead,
But
friend.
why you think I want the one she got on? Do you see me up
Friend,
here?
this one
I know
got
I'm
on
sexy and stuff.
it's kind of It's kind of right though.
Yo, he got me crying.
Yeah, but I don't want to do that with my body. I don't want to put no midriff out. What the fuck is that? Yeah, it's cute for you. I want a regular
I'm just really showing off my abs because Donnie trains me. Boom, there it is. I'm just showing off. I'm showing off right now.
I got some time.
can't
I got some
with
time
y'all.
in the next couple of
You know
hours.
what
I
I'm
got 3 months of sitting down.
showing-
I'm gonna
I'm
make
showing
my
off
way to
right
Brooklyn.
now.
She is starting trouble.
I'm showing off right now. Donnie's my
Trouble,
trainer.
bro.
Damn.
Trouble.
Showing off
Yeah,
right now.
start up
You know
the
what I'm
engine. I
saying?
got the gas
You know what I'm
money.
saying?
We gotta go to
Listen,
Brooklyn real quick.
roll out. Hello. We rolls up.
Start up the engine. I got the gas money. We rolling up in Brooklyn. We gotta pull up because you know
We
what?
pulls
That
up.
was too spicy for me. I don't
Come
appreciate it.
on.
I gotta let him
But
know what's on my
friend,
mind.
we take
Physically.
we take all the spice. We take it all.
Yeah, well, see, fucking Dre. Yeah, but I ain't expect him to sass me
I wasn't sassing you, Ma.
and just shade me on the low and shade me on the low. That was some underhand ass shade. Oh God, we really gotta teach him. He don't know shit about the gays. Yeah, that was shade.
Oh my God.
Look.
Yo,
See?
Ma is
Look,
about to
look.
wear this out. Oh God.
Look, we about to make him say they, them, her, she, all that. All up
He
in the
gonna
middle
know.
of
He
the
gonna know like the
all of
alphabet.
them
He gonna be
words.
so trained. I'ma teach him. He gonna be trained. He ain't gonna never get shit misconstrued ever again. Cause you done got me all the way fucked up. Okay.
Yo,
Shit.
well, yeah. Well, teach me the alphabet because after
All of them. Or listen here.
LGBTQ, I'm lost. I don't.
We gonna teach
I'll
you
be
all
in
of
Brooklyn.
that.
Don't worry about it. But after I give you this good little clunk right here, this clunk, when I clunk you, it's going. The sense is coming back. It's gonna come back. See, the math is gonna start mathing once I clunk you inside your motherfucking head. You know I'm good for it.
I love it. Let me
Oh,
tell y'all
God.
something. I done missed y'all. I
Oh,
missed
man.
y'all. This was definitely.
Yeah, I miss y'all too. Until Dre fucked it up. He fucked up a good moment, a good ass podcast. I don't appreciate that wasting time. This mouth been slick all goddamn night,
I didn't
and this
say
ain't even
nothing.
after dark.
I didn't say nothing.
I'm about sick of his shit now. You know what? I
Yo,
don't appreciate that.
I
We ain't
was
even got no. I ain't got no
behaving.
liquor in my system because I can't drink no more.
I was behaving all night.
I'm
I don't
on
know what you
edge,
talking
Dre.
about.
Now you done ticked me the fuck off because you know what? I'm on edge. I can't smoke cigarettes no more because of the surgery. Rest of my life, I'm done. I can't drink no more, and I'm trying my best to be a good boy, a good patient.
You can't drink no more.
Mm-mm.
Not even wine.
What I like, I can't have. I like
so
to
you
take
can drink
shots
wine,
of tequila.
though, right?
I gotta drink some old cute shit. I guess when I drink that cute shit, it probably would be fitting based on the narrative you just gave. I want a crop top. I might as well get a cute little fucking drink.
Oh, yo.
I like 1942, but based on what Dre is saying, because I want that fucking tank top, I'm about to give me a little Bahama Mama breeze or some shit.
Yo, he is about to.
I'm just saying.
He is going in tonight.
I done asked for us. Us is the men. I asked for the men's. If you got a shirt that I could buy on your site, this motherfucker gonna follow up. Well, do you got the men's? What the fuck you think I asked for?
Oh my God. He's gonna wear this
down,
out.
I see your ass the next damn thing, and I'm coming to Brooklyn. Kia, I got the gas money. You gotta drive.
Yeah, friend, you know we in there. Look what Donnie said.
Wow.
Donnie said
hello,
you his
Dre.
Dre.
Hello.
Donnie said you his guy though.
Wow.
My boy, though. That's my OG. That's OG.
See how the niggas
OG up the shit too. I ain't bugging.
1.7 seconds.
1.7.
Them niggas
The
switch
shade
up
of it all. The fucking shade of it all. And I'm not tripping. See, Dooney caught that little slight shade.
Nah.
That's why Dre need to clunk upside his goddamn head and he think nobody will keep that.
That's crazy.
We invented shade. You trying to use shade? You ain't use it properly. He got to go back to school. You got to F on your test.
Shady though.
Oh no, you got to F on your test. You got to take my class all over again because Dooney caught it. Dooney caught it. He was right there with it. And you thought I was gonna catch it? My people invented that shit.
Who invented it, friend? Oh, look at that
wait,
face. Look at that thing.
All around the world.
Wait, more,
All
you gotta do the finger again. Do the finger again.
I don't appreciate that. And then he got this spice of life and so sassy with it. It's the audacity of me. It's the comfort. He's
Oh
too comfortable
God,
being fucking sassy.
Friend, and he ain't even showing his
How old are you,
face in
Dre?
his sassy.
36.
Don't worry, we gonna pull up to Brooklyn. That's that's easy. That's not a tall order. Yeah, I'll walk over there to get to his ass. I'll walk over there. I'm gonna be over there. Don't you worry about it. I'm on his fucking body. Dre, I'm on your fucking body because you just violated for your respect. You just fucking violated for your respect. So I'm on your ass, my guy.
Pull up.
No homo. Fuck homo. This homo. Fuck you. He done got me started. I was trying to be good. It's my first day back.
You was being real. Your friend was being real reserved and everything. And then next thing you know, all I do is show my good crop top. Friend was like, "Oh, okay, we can get them on your site here." And here comes Dre. 1.7 seconds later.
Yo, y'all are Dre. It wasn't even that.
Dre, do we need to rewind?
Dre, you done fucked up. You done fucked up.
I got it.
You might not want to fuck with me, okay? You done fucked up, partner. Player, what's this here, player?
Yo,
no, you done fucked up. You done fucked up.
This nigga got me crying real
You done fucked up. No.
I can't. And my cousin not even going to defend
now, Dre,
me.
You done fucked up.
Let me say this. Jamel is being quiet.
Yo, he not even defending me. That's crazy.
Yo, I don't.
Because he could be next. He don't want to be next.
I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what happened. All I know is
that's because he caught it.
All I know is you pissed Jamal off.
No, Jamel caught it. And if Jamel would have jumped in, he would. Jamel caught it. He just set the fuck back with the shade you threw at me. Everybody caught it but you because you threw it. And Jamel don't want this kind of problem. That's why he minding his fucking business, okay? He already know. You know too, Dre. Don't start no shit. I'm the same OG. Ain't shit changed but my fucking, my whatever they did, my hits. That's the only thing. I'm the same motherfucker from around the way.
Cousin, you gotta back up. You gotta back up slowly, cuz.
I ain't even going. Nah. You already know.
It took me to shut your ass up. You were talking shit all day.
I gotta eat it. I gotta eat it.
What just happened?
I'm on his fucking body.
Where did we go?
Straight up. We left and came back.
Wait, did we just have a whole sound effect thing?
Yeah, it was real weird, psychedelic and shit. But I'm on your body, Dre. Don't worry about it. I'm on your ass. No homo, but I'm a homo. No homo, but I'm on your ass, partner.
Yo, I can't.
Boom. Oh, boom.
Boom, friend.
Boom. Oh, yo, got me riled up. I thought we was about to conclude this shit.
Yo, we was about to really conclude. You done hit. Listen, you gotta use.
No, I didn't do it. He did it.
What in the world?
They know I'm good for it.
I was over here chilling, trying to conclude and everything. You know what I'm saying?
I was being good, yo. I was being so good. I was letting everybody talk. I could have said a lot of things, you know, about people being older. Everybody older than me. I'm the youngest one, and I'm the Bam Bam. Jamil. Bam Bam was my name growing up too, because I raised hell when I was younger.
Friend, you're going a little too far with this. Everyone is older than me.
But it's the fucking true shit.
Friend,
in her 40s.
I'm sorry, but they say speak and shame the devil. I'm not as old as you.
Wait a minute. Okay,
I'm sorry. I'm getting a little carried away with you, friend. It ain't meant for you. This ain't wasn't for you, friend. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I apologize. It wasn't for nobody but him. And then you trying to bring my partner, my namesake twin in it. That's fucked up. You gonna throw my friend you want to throw my friend in the fucking, damn, my brother over there, we got the same name. He just oh, Jamel, you ain't got nothing to say. Why you gonna bring him in it? You got
that's my cousin. Partner. He's supposed to have my back.
Shit, not when you wrong. Get it out the mud, my ass.
Y'all wrong. Get it out the mud. Get it out the mud. Oh.
We all out the mud at this fucking point. Aren't we dark enough except you, Kia? Boom. That's that.
Ooh,
but
ooh,
hey,
ooh.
I'm on his fucking body. Kia, just charge up the fucking car. I got the money. I got the gas money. I got the bell money too. Oh shit! This motherfucker just
friend. Did you just shave my brown skinness?
Wait, Kia, you the oldest on the show?
You know what,
shit!
Dre?
Damn.
No, I'm asking. No, I'm asking.
Dre.
I'm
Double
asking.
homicide. Damn.
You know good and well I am not the oldest up here.
Who's the oldest, Jamel?
Who? How old do I look? Let's get this right.
You look like you
You
around
think
my
'cause
age, friend.
First of all, Angela Bassett got the same.
Thank you. And we young.
I'm
Wait a
not
minute.
Angela. No, wait,
Nadia,
no,
are
not the
you
Angela
in these?
Bassett thing.
Wait a minute. Nadia,
Fuck.
are you in these comments? Brown where? You know what?
All right, let me get in the comments because I know
You
they
just
feel
protested
they
a bit
feel me.
too much.
They be feeling me.
What happened?
You know what? See? That's why everybody's sound going out because we supposed to be ended.
I hear you.
Okay,
I hear you.
And y'all over
okay.
here.
Dooney laughing.
Y'all over here acting up. This
They
why
laughing at us. That was low key
Not
shade.
me.
Thank
I
you,
was being
Dooney.
good.
this why people sound going out. Nadia, don't and see, and that's my own blood. That's my sister over here acting. Oh,
But you didn't answer my question though.
Who?
Kia.
Oh, Kia,
what?
that was for you. That was for you,
What,
Kia.
Dre? We know who the oldest is up on here.
We don't know. That's why I'm asking. Well, I don't know.
We know Jamel is the oldest up on here.
Wait
But
a
how many
minute.
years?
How do we know that?
How do we know that?
Call the damn numbers out, y'all. Shit, that's how we'll know. I know
I'm
I'm the youngest
36.
in charge, though. I'm the youngest in charge.
I'm 36.
I'm the youngest in charge. I could bow out. I'm the youngest in charge. I know that for sure. I'm the youngest in charge. It's written all over my motherfucking face. I'm the youngest in charge.
Jamel, Kia,
Oh,
we waiting for answers.
I don't give my age.
And that's why he the oldest up here.
Nah,
Damn, what the fuck happened?
Jamel is like 39, 40.
Who 3940?
Jamel.
Okay, still older than me. Go on. Which you is, Dre?
Still older than me.
I'm still waiting for Kia and Gail.
First of all, we already know how old I am. I did a whole podcast January
And
this
I was
year
there.
celebrating my good 40th
Oh,
birthday.
Kia,
So we
I
know
gotta
I
talk to
am
you on a level.
14.
We got a party to go to, boo. Shades of pink. Get your pink ready, baby. So Dre, how old are you?
36.
Just for I don't want to hit geriatric people. I don't want to hit my elders, that old people. I won't hit you when I see you. I need to know.
I'm 36.
You are? You my peer. I'm definitely gonna clunk you in the head. It's equal time. Shit, we balanced. Shit.
Yeah, I'm 30. So you
I don't
36?
even understand why we was running down ages.
What he say? Dre said what?
You 36, Jamal?
Hell no. I ain't say that. I said we was around the same. I said we was the exact same. Around. You heard around? It's boulevards and block, motherfucker. I'm around the corner. I'm not there. Don't graduate me. Yeah, I ain't ready to graduate. Shit, I ain't ready for me to graduate.
Oh,
I'm 34.
Yeah, we're waiting.
I'm 34, bro. Shit. Now I'm 36. Shit. You think you used to Marcus
I will
being
be 39 in a week and a half.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Where is
still
Vincent?
older than me. I
Why
still
is
the
Vincent
youngest in
not
charge,
here?
baby. Hey. Y'all some old motherfuckers. I hate to say it. I hate to be the one to say it. I'm apologizing to y'all in advance. I feel sorry for y'all, but y'all some old motherfuckers.
Wow.
Nah, we young.
You know what? I don't know what you talk about. I did a whole blog
But
post.
Kia, I can match you in experience. I can match you in my experience. So yeah, we one in the same.
Yeah, that's why y'all done ran Jamel up out of here. He done had to turn his whole good camera off. See?
He was tired of the abuse, honey. His cousin brought it on him. His fucking blood brought it on him.
He def did. And look, and then his whole computer went out. Phone or something went out.
He shaded everybody. He was shady. Then he threw people under the bus. Now now we talking, right? Right. Let me do this for you one time, Dre, so you could get the essence of being queer. She's shady. She shaded me and she threw her cousin under the bus. That is so shady, right? I know you a man, right? But that's how we talk in the community. I just called you a girl because that's how we talk. I'm a teacher. You got to take my class again. You don't got to F on your test. Sit your dumb ass down. You got to F on my test. Because I just told you what I told you. You ain't got no response, no rebuttal.
He not on here. His computer went out.
Who the fuck is this? Is black and white?
That's Jamel.
Oh, I ain't mean to talk to my twin like that, but he could fucking hear me. Look at the video and dial back. You shady as fuck, and you threw your cousin under the bus. Child, girl.
Oh my God.
That's how you do it. He wanna know how it's done.
Oh my God. Anyway, you know what, y'all? I love each and every last one of you for rocking out with us for this last 2 hours. Although at 8:30, I was trying to wrap this up. Okay, at 8:30, and
Dre
then
won't let us be great.
no, Gail wouldn't let us be great because she wanted to bring in the whole church. Okay, and then Dre.
Child.
Then you know what I'm saying? Tank tops, crop tops, all the tops, surround the tops, with the tops, about the tops.
I don't
all the
appreciate
tops.
that fucking shit he
Okay.
did. Don't you worry about it.
However, let me tell y'all what we about to do because I love y'all. It's been real. It's been fun. We are going to bring this topic back. And like I said, anybody that is a leader in the church, whether you agree or not, you are more than welcome to discuss this. I honestly think I got a few people I do want to invite to the conversation to have it be real interesting and real robust. And we're
I can't
definitely
wait to learn.
yeah, we definitely gonna do the conversation. So with that
You try to
being
get
said,
Vanessa on.
let me tell you something. Oh Lord, sweet Jesus.
I'm ready to learn.
I will try and get my cousin on, but my cousin Ness, I love you. Because that would be interesting if she could actually come on. That would be very, 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 very
Come on and teach me. I don't know much, but I'm here for the conversation and the education.
It would be very interesting, just due to the fact that, truth be told, my cousin knows the Bible very well,
That's
which
dope.
then afforded her the ability to actually leave Christianity, and search for something different. So I will see if Ness will be available to actually be on the show, and
Yeah, Vanessa, we definitely want you. Definitely.
and
Yes.
we gonna do it. She said, "Y'all don't want me, Ness. We gonna
We kind of need you, baby."
Honestly, I think her. Truth be told, I know it's some like especially a lot of time y'all see her in the comments, especially with certain things that I post, and people think that she's extremely aggressive. People think that she's highly offensive. People think that she is a lot arrogant, right? But it comes from a good place. But you wouldn't know that if you don't know her. But it really does come from it comes from a good place, and it comes from a place of saying, stop with all this nonsense and let's get down to what's real. So Shawana, I will definitely bring you on. I saw your comment before, so I will definitely bring you on because I want it to be a well-rounded conversation as a whole. I believe in balance, so I am for balance. I'm about balance. That is what the Muzzle is Off podcast is about. It really and truly is about bringing balance into every conversation that we have, which is why I have diverse panels of people. I never wanted to be one opinion. I wanted to be a collective of opinions, whether we agree or not. We can argue and all that stuff. I appreciate the arguing.
It was really educational today. It was really good today. We had many opinions that we had to fold on and grow from point of views, but we didn't have conflict. That's beautiful. Until Dre said, "I want to just tank top." Period.
You right, friend.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Tonight was good. Tonight was real good.
But I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Let me tell y'all this. We got a treat next week, y'all, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. Who knows what 929 is, Gail?
Who? What? What'd you say?
929. See, you got to read the book because if you read the book, you're going to understand what 929 is. And next week is 929. Next week, Wednesday, is 929. Everything lines up for a reason, I believe. So next week, we're going to have.
So you married a liar on 929?
929 is the date. So next week, we're going to have a good special show on 929.
Because I ain't like that kid, what you just did. You try to chastise us like we didn't read. And then I told you what the date meant. You like, oh, we're not like real. Now, friend, I don't like that.
Friend, I love you
do
though.
Me like that.
Friend, I ain't do you like that because
y'all didn't read the book. You shaded everybody. I'm like, oh, you got married. I read the book.
First of all, friend, See, I had to throw a little hint out there for everybody to catch that 929 because
Girl,
it's
Bob, you
not
didn't ask me. You
catching.
asked
Okay,
Gail. You didn't say
okay.
the group. You said Gail. Like, Gail, what is that day? You know. I'm like,
She
oh, that's when you got
she
married, girl.
definitely knows she was good in there that good 929. Anyway, like I'm saying though, friend, still
Child,
a yo.
please. I knew. Boom. What's up? Friend, you know, I don't like all this attitude, spice of life type shit, you know? I don't like it. I don't like that.
Friend, 929. So next week,
I'll
y'all.
be there.
Next week, y'all. Where you gonna be, friend?
Here, right here.
Well, thank you. Okay, there it is.
I'm
929. So
be
we got special treat. And what I want to say is that I've been collecting a lot of information from a lot of different people that have read the book. And so I want everybody, if you have read the book, send me questions, comments, whatever, because I'm addressing it all on 929. And that's going to be the last time I address it all on 929. I believe it's all aligned for a reason because this pod, I happened to just look at the date and I was like, oh, snap, that's
because you
929.
just came back into the season on, yeah, that's dope. I didn't think of it like that, but you just came back into the season. Oh, okay. So we gotta talk about some hoes, some liars, some fat people, some nasty people, whatever.
We're gonna talk about
I'm
it
with
all.
it.
Everything, nothing is off limits, nothing is off topic. Anybody, if you got questions, just send them to me because I'm going to address every question, even down to the ones where some of y'all asked me why was I so stupid, but you just tried to phrase it nicely. It's okay.
I wouldn't say that. I would just say, like, you know, friend, you're a beautiful woman. What made you settle? That's my question. But we'll address it then.
And we're going to address all of it down to the ones who basically sent me 15 questions that all summarized and said, why was you stupid? I'm going to address them.
No, not why was you stupid.
Listen, layman's terms is why was you stupid, but I'm gonna
Right,
address
simple,
all of that.
yeah,
Right?
that's
When
the
we simplify
simpleton.
it, we're gonna simplify it all the way down. I'm gonna address a lot. I'm going to address some of y'all good church people and what y'all have done to me since then.
Yeah.
I'm gonna address
get
it
my
all.
popcorn for that when that's for that
Yeah,
Wednesday. I gotta get some popcorn.
like I said, I'm gonna address it. 929. That is the finality of me addressing everything.
Because we on the big and better things, baby.
Oh yeah, we've been on to big and better things, but I'm gonna address it because the book came out, and people have a lot of questions, and a lot of the questions I really appreciated, and I respected every question. I appreciated every question because it's just truth and it's just facts. So I'm gonna address it all on 929. Okay, so what I will say is tell your friends, tell everybody, anybody whom you know got the book.
Tell your
Tune in
friends
on
to get with my
929.
friends. And maybe we could be friends.
I want to be friends with everybody, friend. No, I ain't even gonna front. But I'm just saying, I'm a Capricorn. We selective, although people don't tend to think
I
that.
love Capricorns. My best friend is one, and now my friend is one. I have so many Capricorns in my life, and I really appreciate the zodiac.
Thank you.
I do.
So yeah, 929 is gonna be that good date and time, 7 p.m. And I'm not gonna say there's gonna be a time limit, but I got a lot of questions that did come in. So, and I want to make sure that I literally address. Vanessa is stupid.
She going in.
Mm-hmm. See, yeah. So we're gonna address all of that. So, cuz just make sure you tuned in next week on 929. And anybody, if y'all, let me say this, because if you were very close to me at that time and witnessed a lot of this stuff,
you know what, Dooney, I can't. Sorry, friend. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Don't even know it. A dress with a wine that left it all behind. That's what I'm talking about. Bars. You better come on, spit bars.
And I just read it. I'm like, I can't with Dooney.
Bars.
I can't.
You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna address it all. But anybody, if you were, especially in that period of time of 2016 through everything that took place, if you were around, Gail, you are invited to come on the show with me. You know what? Because Ness, if you want, I will have the phone lines open. I'm going to make sure that I have everything set up phone lines and all of that stuff.
Oh my God, why your nose so big? What the fuck is that?
I'm not because my cousin is crazy. But we will. I want everybody. Y'all come on. And we gonna do it all. You know what I'm saying? I think that
They ain't gonna let us shut down, Kia. They're not gonna let us shut down all these comments. They not letting us get off live. They not.
You gotta ignore Vanessa. But yeah, we're gonna address it and we're gonna deal with it, and that's it from it. 929. That's it. Period.
Yeah, because we're gonna need a lot of prayer afterwards, because that was traumatizing.
It was very traumatizing. But also you find the freedom in it afterwards. So we're gonna bring it all, you know what I'm saying? To
Full
close.
circle.
And like I said, 929, Nakia left it all behind.
Period.
Bars. You know what? Somebody give me my deal so I can get my one hit out here and be free. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Somebody give me my deal so I can
We
get my
going independent, friend. We going independent.
Listen,
We keep all the
I'm gonna
money.
get my deal. I'm gonna stop drinking car bombs and stuff like that so I can get my lower stomach together all the way. And I'm gonna be out here.
You for real right now?
Don't do me. I'm gonna be out here when I get my one deal.
You look good, kid. Friend, you look amazing. Like
Thank
you
you,
don't
friend.
need when you might. I know you got goals, but you look amazing.
Thank you, friend.
Give yourself some credit, baby. You look, and Dooney. Oh Lord, let's not forget him, honey. Okay. Yeah, but you look amazing, friend. You are. Who?
Friend.
Oh, bye. If you want to say bye, motherfucker, bye. Just say bye. Like you want to say bye. I'm just saying you look amazing, boo. That's it.
I love
God
his friend.
damn.
Can't stand his ass, but I love him all at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Fred know I love him all at the same time. Can't stand him and love him at the same. Hey, me, look at you know what the folks
See,
comment.
we ain't never getting off. You see what I'm saying? You try to rush me. It ain't even me. It's the people in the comments.
Thank you, Mia. You know what? Don't do. You know what? We are getting off of here because I'm over y'all. Nessa, I'm not doing this. Why you ain't run when you?
Why did you run when I saw you? I can't right now with just cousin.
She great. Y'all don't understand, but it is what it is. Anyway, love y'all. We out of here.
The plug. Fake Rich is out, baby, y'all. Y'all go to masterreset.net.
I said it first.
Fake Rich is out there. My new collection is called Fake Rich at masterreset.net. Fake Rich is the new collection, and I'm giving y'all some flavor. Here comes a brand new flavor in your ear. Boom. Time for new flavor in your ear. I'm kicking new flavor in your ear. I could be a rapper, but I'd rather be a video.
And you rapping Craig Mack. We ain't doing Craig Mack and you kicking new flavor.
I am kicking new flavor. I always give you a little variety, spice of life. But I don't want to be a rapper. I'd rather be the video hoe. See? That's me.
My cousin Vanessa, she said Fake Rich. I like that. Mm-hmm. He got the whole line. Yes, the Fake Rich collection.
That's my twist and spin on Ghetto Fabulous. Fake Rich.
Friend, we love your twists and spins. Listen, y'all, I really do love y'all. We out. Till next week.
Peace,
Shawana,
everybody.
if you want to come on the show next week, let me know because you was there. Anybody, Tia, Gail, anybody that want to come on next week, y'all holler at me. Let me know y'all want to be on because y'all was there. Y'all was witnesses to a whole lot of stuff. Ness, like I said, you can come on next week. You know what I'm saying? Anybody, and even down to
it's the redundancy for me. It's the redundancy for me. Kia, you say you want to go. You done said it 20 times. Okay, I'm sorry. I want no problem. I'm sorry. I'm like, damn, how many times you gonna say it? Kia, we love you. We heard you like 10 times.
30 minutes.
First of all, because you have to reiterate, anybody knows that when you're in your closing, you reiterate what you know what, friends.
Run the damn video back. It's on YouTube. Okay, it's gonna be on YouTube.
You know what? Goodbye, y'all. You know what? I'm over this whole thing. Bye, friend. Like I said, anybody that want to come on, you come on. Let me know. Reach out to me if y'all got questions. Ask me your questions. Send me an inbox and all of that good stuff. We out till next week. Love y'all. Stay true. stay transparent, stay real.